Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dirge for Exalar. This is episode 7, and I am very excited to be here. I'm Kelly. I'm your dungeon master. I use he and him as my pronouns, and tonight we were just saying before we switched over, it's time for some trauma for your mama. Unless your mama's a sweet lady, in which case, then it's trauma for someone else's mama, of course.
Or, I mean, it could be Mommy Muse.
Could be Mommy Muse. What? Muse is not really a mommy.
Nope.
Unless she wants to have a litter.
She's more of the,
Tell us about Muse, Kat. It's your turn.
Hey, I'm first instead of middle. Hey everyone, my name's Katrina. I use she, her pronouns. And so does my character tonight, Muse. She is our OOC. And she is a Hexblade Warlock.
Alright, so kind of an urban tabaxi for those who don't know what an Awusi is.
Yeah.
Join the Patreon, that's dropping this week.
Exactly. So she's tabaxi, but much more human, presentation. More skin instead of fur, but she does have whiskers, obviously ears, and a tail.
Alright. Next, let's say hello to Kel.
Hey, hi, it's me, it's Kel from up the road, and I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Sherry Fernbridge, the halfling wizard who is tiny but mighty.
Alright, let's go to James.
Hello, this is James. My apologies. I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing the Furbolg Wildfire Druid, Aoden.
Nice, let's pass down to Traz.
My name's Traz. I use he, him pronouns, as is my character, Ziel Ivano, the Psy Warrior.
Nice, and finally, Robin, who I had doing some other stuff in a chat just now, so...
Hello everyone, I'm Robin. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns, and tonight I am playing Theron Somni, our Dreamborn cleric of Zonos, who is using he, him pronouns tonight, and looks fairly drowish right now.
Oh, that's right, I'm thinking Dragonborn.
Yeah, no, drow.
Yeah, that's right. Creamy apple tones. Okay. Sorry, Robin is a professional wine person, so I have some wine coming up. I know nothing about wine, so I invented a bunch of wine names and had her fill in the gaps for me. It's so good. By the way, folks, if you, little pro tip, if your players are good at something, make them do it in-game. It'll make them feel very invested, and it saves you a bunch of research time. Where I have to be like... Because the last thing you want to do is run a game where you're like, they serve a beer. It's very hoppy. And it's like, why is it Lucky Beer every place we go in-game, Kelly? I'm like, I don't know beer, okay?
I do enjoy the looks that, like, I will be putting on not saying anything, and then you just look at me, and it's like, I'm trying not to say anything.
I think I fake it pretty well.
You fake it pretty well. There's some times where I'm like...
I'm not a professional, okay?
I know,
I've been a bartender before. I've served, but I'm not knowledgeable. All right, so without further ado, welcome to the Dirge for Exalar. This is a horror-themed game that is set in our homebrew world of Ylos. Those of you who are very perceptive might be able to kind of figure out where the timeline is, roughly, because I like to obscure that. I find that running games with like a set date, like, it is the year of the comet, 922, it really restricts you. So I tend not to do that. It also means that if I fudge something, I can unfudge it, which is very useful. So this is a horror-themed game. It is going to have some dramatic and bad things that are going to happen to the players. Quick reminder that some of the things in-game are going to be bad, in that they are going to involve some mature themes. If there's anything that comes up in game that makes you uncomfortable, be sure to take 5 minutes away, just kind of relax, and when you come back, it'll probably have passed. We'll be waiting for you. Take care of your own mental health. We all are in agreement of what we like. And on that note, real quick, before we begin, I just wanted to ask you all a quick question about what you're down for. So, since this is a horror game, I have two options for you. I was going to ask you this before game, but I thought I'd ask you on camera instead. And that is, I can run this game like it should be ran, which is really mean. Or I can run it slightly lighter. The difference between those two is the mean way deprives a little bit of player agency, which is one of the things that I'm very big on not removing if I can help it. So, do you want the more honest version of the game, where there are a few moments where player agency may be denied? Or do you want the version that has more player agency and we'll work around it? See why I kind of want to ask this rather than just do it?
I feel that. I feel that. Thanks for asking.
It's no problem, because like I can put it in front of you so that you like have an idea of what's coming and still try for it. But I'd rather everybody be on the same table, and this is like something I'd rather have some universal consensus on.
Me personally, I would like you to tell the honest way. So I'm fine with taking a little bit of my agency away as a player.
Okay.
But that
I'll
is
second
my
that one.
opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I
I'm good with
trust
that.
the way you play it. Yeah.
I'm honestly comfortable with however you play it, so you can pick what you think is the better form for the game, and I'll happily go along with it.
Okay. All right. If everybody's fine with that, then we'll go with that.
I've trusted you with my character in far more dire circumstances
No, you
This
haven't.
is true.
that I've known about.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was going to say that you're going into a pretty dire circumstance, friendo. That's not a you haven't trusted me. That's a I don't think she gets where this is going. Anyway,
I trust you. I've been in this
Yeah,
situation.
we all trust ya.
okay. And then Kat, the photo is in the Zoom chat for the background.
Oh, okay. I didn't get that one. Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. So, folks, we'll be starting in just a second. Quick announcements. Reminder that next week is the finale of this game, and then on Thursday of next week is episode 0 of Call of the Netherdeep. It starts at 6 p.m., and this is the Critical Role module. We're going to be doing a little chapter 0, little session 0 there, and then we're going to be headed into Raid Critical Role afterwards. So come. It's going to be a lot of fun. The trailer for that should be dropping this week, so long as I can get it done. And then Exalar's ending next Tuesday, and then every Tuesday after is going to be Netherdeep. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'll try to do my Matt Mercer voice a little more. Hello, and welcome to Dork Tales. I'll work. I need to get that reverberation. Also, I've been playing Persona 5 recently, and he voices a character in it, and they actually have him say, "How do you want to do this?" a few times, and it's like, I see what you did there now. I didn't know before when I was playing this.
See,
But
I've listened to Critical Role like once, so I don't really have too much of a frame of reference for what Matt Mercer actually sounds like.
kind of just like he's got a very rich kind of rich tenor.
Yeah, tenor.
Yeah.
But he's got a nice voice. It's just kind of he kind of talks from his upper jaw, kind of like this. It's, "Hi, I'm Matt Mercer. Nice to meet you. And today we're going to be talking about Dungeons and Dragons." Like that kind of like, right? That's kind of around the right pitch.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's
Just
hard.
sounds very like until he starts getting excited and doing like evil. He sounds very relaxing. Like I want him to read me a story to go to sleep.
Yeah, he sounds very chill. Like he sounds like he should probably be like teaching like elementary school. Mm-hmm. Or like as a high school English teacher type of voice, you know, like, "Today we're going to be talking about Shakespeare." You know, like that kind of thing. You know. Or like he'd be playing a high school teacher on a TV show, I guess is what I mean to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it kind of makes me think of like some of the teachers on Boy Meets World.
What's that?
You know what Boy Meets World is. You were old enough for TGIF. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you didn't know, Cal, and I was very confused.
Oh yeah, I know. I know about it. I never watched it.
You missed out. Topanga was a slice. And with that, I think it's time for us. Anyway, so folks, we're going to be headed in that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you can join us for that. Besides that, any other announcements that we have? We are just 3 patrons away from hitting our 50 patron goal, where a new and fun thing will be released on Dorktales. So if you have been waiting to sign up for the Patreon at patreon.com/Dorktales, which is basically one of the primary funding models for this channel, which is surprisingly expensive to run. I'm just going to put it out here. All of my bills came due in January, and that hurt. Our podcast alone is like $150 a year just for the web. It's ridiculous. Things you don't know about running a podcast, right? You wouldn't think it'd be expensive, but it'd be.
Oh yeah, can be. Yeah.
It can be if your episodes are more than an hour long, which role-playing games. So definitely go take a look at that. And I think that's probably about it. Anybody else have any announcements? Anything fun?
I kind of got a promotion at work this week. Kind of.
Nice.
Yeah, they want me to take on more stuff. So that's cool. Fun. Responsibility. So, yeah.
Oh, and I guess I have one little minor thing I'm going to shout out real quick, and that is we received a gift from our friends over at Norse Foundry. And some of you will be receiving them soon because they sent them for several team members. So the Dorktales dice, which these are my Mimic set. I've got the rest over there. So am I out of focus again?
A little bit.
There we go. So Norse Foundry... some friends of ours who wanted to give us a gift for reaching 3,000 followers and 3,000 subs. So, really fantastic dice. These are like solid aluminum, and you can save 10% by doing Dorktales 10. Is that it on their page?
Yes.
We don't get any money for that. This is not sponsorship. This is just kind of like there's some cool guys who do some really cool gaming over on their channel, and they also make dice. So, also their opening graphics for their Alien game are really impressive.
Yeah.
I was very jealous about those. All right, so folks, we're going to hop into game right now. Say your prayers and slay your friends. Or something. All right, y'all ready for this?
I don't know who I pray to. Who do I pray to?
Yeah,
Pray to
you
Zonos.
don't know
Everyone,
yet.
pray to Zonos.
Yeah, that's an
Pray to
influence.
Okay, here,
Zonos.
tell you what. Let's
Pray
find
to
out real
Zonos.
quick. Ziel, roll a d20.
All right.
Who is my god?
4.
You should pray to Arcaris, the Lord of Oaths.
Oh.
Lawful neutral god. He's basically like the night, like the god of knights with a K.
You know what? That fits.
War, order, and
Yeah.
peace. His symbol is a blade stabbing a heart.
How do you spell? I need to look up the spell.
Arcaris. It's
Yeah.
Arkaris. Arcaris,
ARK.
Lord of Oaths. He's one of the greater gods.
Cool.
Yeah, nice
We'll
guy.
pray to him.
Nice guy. Nice guy. Well, I mean, ish. All right. Without further ado, let's begin. Dirge for Exalar, episode 7. Last time on Dirge for Exalar, you made it all the way from Fort Fearlight. Down, down, down to where the woods met, the paths convened again. And you found that you had beaten the army there by, well, at least a day. Unexpectedly so. At the base of the Ganay Forest, you managed to make your way over to an inn called the Old Familiar on the edge of town, which is where you saw Espoir for the first time. In the distance, some miles away, it looks like a series of bent iron nails jutting upward at the sky. There, the rain buffets. The miasma clings to the tops of these tall black towers. And you find that this immense wall built outside of the city, this jagged stone and iron monstrosity, keeps everyone out. Even this walled community that you find yourself in around the Old Familiar, The inn itself is inside of a wall that keeps its stables and pens well protected. The wall is tall, nearly 15 feet high, and spiked with barbed blades that splay out both in and out in kind of a wedge pattern. Anyone trying to scale them would risk evisceration. Barbed wire runs between them. The inn itself is tall and wide. Its windows narrow and many, but each one is barred. And on the inside you can see that there is thick oak bars set to go over every window larger than a bread box. The doors themselves have quite large bars as well, as if expecting the attack of some unruly bears, or something worse. Rain buffets down all around you as you sleep, as for the first night in as long as you can remember, you have a comfortable night. I like everyone here to make me a wisdom save. Five? Okay.
18.
18?
8.
Okay. Muse, what'd you get?
19.
19. And Aiden, I see you get a 13 there. All right. As the rain buffets down, anybody who got a 10 or higher are going to sleep through the night without any problem. You all are going to get the benefit of a long rest. However, oh, I forgot. I should roll for a friend. Nice. However, night that passes over you is not peaceful, even for those who sleep well. Those of you who succeeded your roll are going to have hazy memories when you wake up in the morning and feel truly comforted. You are going to have advantage on the first saving throw that you make, James and Muse. The first saving throw you make this game, you're going to have advantage on because you're going to feel just good about yourself.
Okay.
So please remind that. However, the long sleep with a full belly made of this thick stew, you're not quite sure what parts of the animal it's made from. Probably horse. And probably parts that are not typically found in your diet. It's rich and lulls you off to a comfortable sleep in a comfortable bed for the first time. And forever. Flynn is the first to dream. He dreams of an old memory. A few years ago, when he and some of his friends were out, down by the swimming hole, at his bard college. Sometimes the younger folk, old enough, we'll say, would sneak out in the middle of the night for late-night skinny dipping and rendezvous around bottles of wine. This was no exception, for tonight, Flynn and several of his friends were down at the old swimming hole. The water was chill, and Bearsby called out in abject horror as his naked body hit the water, and was immediately laughed at by Sadie and Balane, a pair of humans that had come from Akoka. What? The water's too cold for you? I thought you were used to the cold being down here. I hadn't realized it was going to be this cold. Ugh! God! Well, you don't have to worry about being naked now. You're the same as us, the women say as they wade into the water. At an overhanging of rock, Flynn waited until the right moment. And then, as they all gathered in the water, shivering as they held their arms across their bare chest, they suddenly heard the dooming sound of bare feet slapping rock. Cannonball! The water erupts, and all of them scream at him, try to splash him with water, try to playfully drown him, as they freeze in the chill. It was a good memory. It was interrupted at the end of it by Zique, one of the bards that acted as a chaperone and a teacher of composition. He approached the water right in the middle of their revelry and started berating them. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be out here. This is the middle of the night. You're going to catch your death of cold, and you all have exams tomorrow. I need to get you back inside of the dormitory immediately. Oh, come on. Haven't you ever had any fun? Come on, Zique. You used to be quite the party animal, I've heard. They tried to convince him. In the end, he shrugged and said, well, if I can't convince you to get out, perhaps they will. What are you talking about? He gestured down to the body of one of the skinny dippers as they stood out of the water. Do you think that's a shadow on your back? And then the panic began. Rushing out of the water, they slapped down at the cold water leeches that covered them. Dozens of them, all over. Zique laughed as they ran away, trying to slap them away, trying to get them off of each other, searching their bodies for hidden patches of parasites, all while shivering in the late fall cold. All except for Flynn. As he came out of the water, there were a couple that were kind of laying on his head. Mostly ones that had been slapped off others, but Zique gave him a strange look. You don't appear to be bitten. Yeah, I guess they don't like me. It's kind of like that with mosquitoes, too. I don't know. I'm just lucky, I guess. Maybe you're just too small of a snack. Aiden's dream is somewhat different, though. Back in his village, back at the Chain of the Gods in Furbog territory, where the swamps meet with the marshland blends into forest, where the moss is thicker than any grass you would ever see in the manicured capitals. How does the day begin there, Aiden?
Well, the day would begin specifically for Airden or for like the people
Furbogs in general, people in your village.
Well, the day would begin early. We take our sustenance from the land, so the fishermen would put out downstream, heading for the ocean, and those that gather and forage would make their way into the woods, traveling far in order to gather what they could, while the little ones stayed at home. The druid circle would rarely ever come in, only returning for discussions and the like. They kept themselves isolated from the rest of the community often enough.
Tonight's not one of those nights. This dream... There are a number of festivals that Furbogs hold dear, a number of holy days. In this dream, they've all blended together, though. The smells of treacle treats, the smells of sweet maple tarts, the smells of freshly sweet pickled root vegetables. with garlands wrapped around old oaks, and dresses made out of freshly cut straw. The smells are invigorating, and you find yourself surrounded in the center square, well, the center circle of the village, where all of the important rituals and talks take place, where, when large days like this happen, the serving areas are, the large cook pits. You can remember clearly that this is not real, that you watched this place be burned alive. You watched the people that eat with you and drink with you die. And yet here they are again. Bits of ash float in the air to remind you of this. But for a moment, the spirits have returned. One of them passes you a foaming mug of a nice draft beer.
Thanks.
It's no problem at all. Tell us about your adventures. You were out with the short folk.
Well, for a short little time.
What else would it be, Aiden? Well, we all missed you very much. You spent too much time away. We were able to clean everything up just in time for your return.
Oh. Well, now you've given me purpose. Now I've got to have a right proper number of drinks.
Well, this is dwarven beer that we managed to trade over in the next village.
And do you know how generous they are?
Not
This
very.
my liver here,
Oh, with your
made of
liver.
sterner stuff now.
Tell us a story. What was your favorite thing in the outside world?
My favorite thing. One thing that was glorious. The dwarves were stamping along as they are wont to do, but there was this wood elf enclave. They would stop by, selling hammer-made utensils and such, but you wouldn't believe the things they could do with the woods. Spun them together with song and story, so that they were arched across. They lived in them for the most part. Not quite like us. The bows were too heavy for them bows. But it was truly a sight to behold. Living trees, polished wood.
You mean like this? And the fur bogs around you will all raise their voice in song, and as they do, you'll see the canopy above you begin to intertwine like a wicker basket.
Like that.
You brought it back to us. Thank you for the magic.
Oh.
And go. I think she's waiting for you.
He'll furrow his brow and kind of follow their indication.
And as you turn your head, the one that you expected to see in your heart is waiting just behind you. Be it a lover, a family member, a mother, a sister. Whoever you wanted to see more than anyone else is the last face that you see before you wake up. And she is smiling and very proud of you. Thorena, you don't have quite as good of a dream. For as the dreams take hold of you, you find yourself in a dark, bleak corridor, surrounded by the sound of coughing. Rain falls everywhere. And you find that you are very, very small. Just a child. You can't remember ever being a child. But now you are. It's a hospital, like the one that you were working in when the mission came to you. You can see that there is a tall man laying down on a bed, pussing sores coat his nude frame with nothing but a blanket to obscure him from the two that stay over his head. Rain buffets the rooftop and breaks in through places where it is weak, falling in waterfalls through the center of the room. From the shadows where you are, you can see that there are two people standing at his bedside. One is small. The white and gold robes that she wears cling to the slight but feminine frame that you can see beneath. The rain has kind of glued it to the curve of a hip. The other is tall, very tall, nearly 6.5 feet, but thin, painfully thin, with a long curving mask jutting out of a dark black hood ringed with green. He leans over and whispers, and in your dreamlike state, you can hear what he says. I give this one to you, my love. May you keep him and take him until he is mine again. The one in white demurs slightly. I accept. But what of the... What of the others in the north? You can't hold them in forever. It was a mistake to give them back to you. I shouldn't have let them survive. I feel the fool. And yet, it was a gift to me. In the end, it was my choice to allow it. Perhaps, but I fear that my choices, that our choices may lead to ruin. There is so much that is being visited upon the land now. With war. My services will be needed. And mine as well. Wherever there is a blade and a body, someone will need to nurse it out. And wherever one of your healers does not do well enough, my touch will follow. This one will be the first. And if you can't hold the wall up forever, then I'm afraid that I may get more than what I bargained for when I allowed it to happen in the first place. They both look at each other as if they want to touch, as if something prevents it. And as you shift, Theron, something shifts under your foot, a cobblestone, a pebble, that echoes in the silence, and both of them turn and look at you. And you are very certain that this is not a dream. For you see on one of them the colors and garb of a high priest of Zonos, and the other of a nurse nun of Samira, the goddess of healing. They turn and look at you in shock, and then are gone, as if a cloud parts. The man coughs on the bed in front of you. What do you do?
Theron will walk up to the man on the bed and look at him.
It's you. Scarred, broken, covered in sweat and pus and blood. This is not a face you have ever worn before, but it's your face that you recognize. It grasps up at you, and that is when you awake. Muse's dream is a bit different than that. She's having a great time. The bar is in full swing. The tavern is more than a little bit lively. There are dozens and dozens of people drinking, having an absolute raucous time. A bit of music is playing in the background. And she is drunk off her tits. Only a few weeks ago, Muse, you survived being drowned. And now? Now you're back? You're back on land. You're back. Well, let's just say that you're under quite a bit of liquor at the moment. So you're at least part fish at the moment, the amount that you are drinking. As you are doing so, a comely lass eyes you from the bar. Human? Human with a splash of something else. A little bit of serration to the ear, a little bit of point there, guides your eye, and she flashes you that knowing smile. A few more drinks into the night, and you are upstairs. It's a great time. It's a wonderful time. And in the middle of that sweaty tableau that you find yourself encoiled with each other, the sheets mummifying you as the wind pastes them to your skin with sweat. You find yourself throwing your head back in delight. But it's not enough. It's not enough to sate that urge that rises in the pit of your belly behind your belly button. That little dark twist. You want to... And then the voice comes. Come on, lass. Stick it in. And in the dream, she does so. Standing, kneeling over the girl beneath you, the cutlass appears in your hand, coalescing out of darkness, and it plunges in like gutting a fresh cut sow. Rose petals and blossoms and the stuffing from a feast spread out of her guts in front of you. It is beautiful. It is fireworks. And you are delighted in a way that you could not have been 5 minutes before, and find yourself brought to new heights of enjoyment. And as Muse pushes her hair back around her ears, streaking her face with gore and blood, the voice comes again. You like that, didn't you? Let's go find another.
Yes. That's...
Not many people left the bar that night in one piece. You can still smell the perfume now. A beer settles down in front of Ziel. Ziel. Hey.
Huh?
Come on, Captain. You drinking or what?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Bill slides into the chair next to you, one of your fellow officers. You daydreaming or something?
Yeah, just...
Come on.
Memory's a little fuzzy is all.
Your memory's a little... You've had one beer. Come on. It's your night off. You don't have to be back on shift until 6th bell in the morning. It's time for us to drink, okay? I know. You're thinking about Pio, aren't you? Trust, he's going to be fine. It's a little cold. I don't care what Vodia says. He's going to be fine. You know your wife's a worrier.
She is.
They're all worriers. My husband's the biggest worrier of all. They're not soldiers. They don't get it. Come on. It's going to be fine. Look, Arcgate is impenetrable. No one can get in here. It's magically warded. A ground force would have to go almost 5 miles across perilous terrain. We've got plenty of infantry. We've got ballistas. We even have a trebuchet. No one's coming here. Now drink your damn beer.
Yeah, I remember the last group that came in here. It didn't last very long. I don't even think they even got close to the wall.
Yeah, and that was like, what, 20 years ago?
Has it been that long?
15? 20? It was it was during your first year, back when you were still, well, basically in swaddling clothes. You didn't even have your stripes yet.
Right.
And I was still a janitor. That was before I got conscripted.
Yeah, I remember that was all the talk, then nothing happened.
Well, you know why? Because they're losers. Fucking Imresians, man. They think that they own everything. They think that they can take anything they want. Ooh, there's a magic relic. Ooh, we're just gonna grab it. What do you think they do with it all anyway? Huh? They finance these fucking expeditions. They show up, they take everything. What, to put in a museum? Colonialist pieces of shit is what that is.
Greedy bunch they are.
Seriously, nobody deserves to have that much money. Except for me. Speaking of which, cards. Do you have any cards, or do you have to go and do you have to go
Pull out a deck. I always got some on me.
I was wondering how long it was going to be before you'd have to go serve, you-know-who. What's it like being, being an errand boy for him?
There's gonna be worse things. It makes time pass, but...
Than serving an elf? Come on, man.
Do something, nothing happens here. You know that.
Deal.
You'll deal the cards.
All right, good. Because you're right, nothing happens here. The only thing that's going to happen is I'm going to take all of your money.
I think you said that last time. How'd that go for you again?
Well, it went pretty... What the fuck? overhead, you will hear a horrible roar, and the battlement will explode inward. Blood and fire will rain, and the horrible sound of giant bleeding wings will... And the world is thrown into chaos around you. Everything becomes blood. Everything becomes death. The light from the fire fades out, and you're in black and white. One of the generals, a woman named Sevilla, stumbles forward, a bit of one of the ramparts embedded in her collarbone, down through her chest and hip. She stumbles forward, tries to grab at your battered body. Go. The commander. Is he... Black blood rolls out of her mouth as you hear the sound of the wings overhead again. The ramparts explode. And you see a force appear out of the darkness, armed and ready for blood. What do you do?
Anyone? I'm the only one alive right now.
You're the only one you can... Well, you can see that there are plenty of others that are just spread out, banged and banged up, disorganized, disheveled.
You mentioned the commander. Would I know where your general vicinity, where he'd be at right now?
Probably in the tower. The one that you can see a dark shape tearing into right now. Part of the rampart falls next to you. You dodge out of the way just in time as it falls and crushes the general, smashing her into the ground like paste. Do you rush into the tower?
Yes.
You rush into the tower. As you do, a woman passes you in the hall. A drow looks you in the eye. It's horrible. It's horrible. He's...
What happened?
How do I explain it? Oh. It's something like... And she takes a step forward, and suddenly you feel cold. A blade punches through your ribs and out your back. Something like that. The drow smiles and pushes you to the floor. Walks past you and starts to skip down the front stairs. We've got what we've come for. Let's get out of here, she calls out to some of the invading troops. The worm will be most pleased. You feel like you're dying. A jagged, broken longsword is embedded in your side. You start crawling. Maybe upstairs there's something that can heal you. Maybe you still can do your duty. The pendant of Arcaris around your neck is heavy, but it gives you strength. And the dream skips ahead over the agonizing pace of the crawl and the stairs and the blood and the cold that seeps all the way down into your toes and arms. And then you see it. The commander. You never thought he was old in spite of his age, but elves don't age the same way. A cruel son of a bitch. But the only one that they trusted with the gate lies on the floor, his lips veined with black, his face pale as snow, his eyes glazed. But as you crawl toward him, he blinks, focuses on you. You'll do, you hear. And that is where you will wake. However, there's one more sleeper. The nursery is quiet. The soft lilt of harp music is all around. You're back home. You're back home. Down where your family comes from in North Balam, Sherry. Where the hills roll and the houses are built right into them with the large circular doors and the little boxes outside of the windows where fresh fruit and vegetables are grown. The doctor comes in walking barefoot after scraping his calloused feet on the rug outside, with the rug and that little device that they've made recently with the 3 push brooms that scrape your foot dry as you walk in. He washes his hands in the sink and looks over at you. And how is our little mother today?
Oh, just fine.
Oh, you look radiant. Oh, plenty of shine to your cheeks. Oh, glad to see you're doing well. Well, you must be quite proud. You see that the bed around you is full canopied and comfortable. You're sinking into it like it's made of clouds. It's warm and snuggly and cozy, and you can feel the warmest thing of all, this bundle in your arms. You can hear the rustle of cloth as it shifts beneath you. Shifts in the crook of your arm. So have you thought of a name yet?
Oh, it's such a big decision. I mean, it's going to follow them around forever. So many choices, and I'm just not sure.
Well, let's do a quick check. He smiles and pulls a bit of the cloth aside and inspects the child. There's the sound of tearing and crunching. And he smiles and pulls his hand back. Oh, he's teething. And you can see that the flesh of his hand has been stripped to the bone. Blood pumps out in gaudy, chunky rivulets. He smiles down at his 3 remaining fingers. Oh, you might want to get it a teething ring.
I think a good one.
And as you glance down at the child, you see that it's not a baby, but this horrible, curled, toad-like monstrosity with gray-green skin and a mouthful of hundreds and hundreds of needle-sharp teeth. It looks up at you, its beady eyes focusing on yours, and says, "Mama." You should probably feed it before too long.
What to feed you?
Oh, I'm sure you do. Nature will take its course. The thing shifts in your arms and then begins to bite into your sternum, crunching through bone. But unlike the doctor, you feel every inch of it as it burrows its way into your heart. There is a horrible crunching sound and the spray of blood up into your eye. and you are going to wake up. Rain buffets the window outside of your bed. The room is dark and strange. Everything is at weird angles. It can't be past 6th bell in the morning. It's still quite dark outside with a slight greenish tinge. What do you do, Sherry?
Well, am I looking at it with two eyes or with the magical third one?
Do you you can't really
Because
tell.
does it close when I'm sleeping? I imagine it does.
You actually feel kind of strange. Your head hurts a lot. Do you rub your eyes?
Yeah. The two.
What two?
Well, there were two before. What am I rubbing now?
You're rubbing one large, bulbous eye in the center of your face.
Yep.
You can feel the slight ridging where almost your cheekbones still exist, and the place where the ocular cavity has shipped down still vaguely is here in the almond impression it's left, like large dimples beneath the single baseball-sized eye in the center of your forehead.
There's no way we can hide that.
Maybe with a hood or a disguise self spell.
Some prestidigitation to kind of...
Nope, that won't work.
Nope, that won't work.
Nope.
I'm just gonna have to go like this.
That's not going to help you find stuff.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna help me.
You are going to actually have advantage on noticing hidden magical objects.
Well, okay, but...
You'll have disadvantage on depth perception, though. Good job, Leela.
Yeah. I'm totally thinking Leela. Sorry. Does this... Oh my gosh. How much does this put Sherry off? Am I...
Okay, Kel, you woke up and you only had one eye in the center of your face.
I only have one eye in the center of my face. This is in the center of my head. And this is...
Actually, make me an Arcana roll.
Okay. Let's
So,
do that.
I'll show you what you might think that this is.
It's a 19. So
Okay.
I'm rolling some... But is it going to help me process? Mentally,
Probably
what
not,
have.
but I will show
Nope.
you. I'll show you a photo
Okay.
of what you would probably immediately assume.
Okay.
There are creatures called
Ooh.
Nothics
Yeah.
that are the result of magical experimentation. Baleful eyes that peer from darkness. They're arcanists that were cursed. They're dark oracles and just general nice monster types. You don't believe that you have been cursed by arcane blight.
Well,
this
no,
is
but what
this
have
is-
I been drinking the last few days?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Just gonna try and partition off the panic and just kind of. The Contessa will help. The Contessa will help. The Contessa will help. The Contessa will know what this is. The Contessa will know what this is. The Contessa will know what this is. We'll just yeah. Okay. 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 Okay.
The rain continues to fall for quite some time. And eventually, though, you're all brought down to gather for breakfast. There aren't many people staying here beyond yourselves, Dargov, and Calvo. The Inquisitors are already waiting down for you at the table. Calvo appears to have already eaten in his room. But Dargov is hastily making his way through a plate of sausages, eggs, and... Actually, he's avoiding the fruit, I'm not going to lie. But he's definitely having his keto breakfast. Do you all make it down there yourselves?
I guess
Yeah.
it would be kind of Theron would have slept with Darkov again.
Would you want to?
Probably.
Can you do me a favor? Can you?
Yes.
I want you to make me a Constitution save with your. Actually, it's the same Constitution. So, just make me a con check to see if you got some good sleep.
A save, you say?
Yeah, sure. Do a save.
14.
Okay, you're a little sleepy, but they have coffee. Now, the coffee here is quite bland. However, it's not particularly well harvested. It's not the right region for it, and what little can be smuggled in is usually kind of ground down and mixed with chicory, which grows a little better around this region. The taste is about the same, but the caffeine content is way lower. Strangely, they tend to prefer a lot of alcohol for breakfast in this region, you'll find, because as you all come down, the little morning buffet that is spread out among a central table consists of huge ropes of sausage, giant links about the size of a baby's arm, on top of wedges of cheese, like full, like veiny wheels of the stuff, as well. And we're talking everything from like cheddars to very pungent bries and like Limburger style, like very like stinking moldy cheeses everywhere. Brick hard oven loaves and hardtack, as well as a small pot of, what is it called? Is it devil stew? It's a stew made from hardtack, though. That actually is softer than you'd expect because it's boiled, kind of in a slightly. Pardon me.
I was just wondering what I'm looking up hardtack because I have no idea what.
So hardtack is it's basically a trail ration that's been baked to the point where there's no moisture in it. So it's what they would usually take on seafaring voyages.
Oh, okay.
Generally, how you eat it is you have to break it, which often involves using like a hammer or something, because it will wreck your teeth. And then you soak it in whatever you're drinking until it becomes wet enough for you to chew it.
Oh, so it's kind of like what you get. Okay. Yeah.
It is.
It's well named.
It is twice or
Aptly
thrice
named.
baked, depending on how it's done.
You think biscotti are hard?
Yeah. So it's basically, I believe it's left in the oven for 20 hours.
Jeez. Okay.
Like, there's nothing in it anymore. Max Miller on Tasting History does an episode on making hardtack, and he almost chips a tooth on it by the end. It's great. But there's this Civil War recipe that just happened a little while that he did the other day that was pretty cool. We talked about that. But anyway. So yeah, you come down, there's all of that. There's a little bit of fruit around the table, mostly grapes and cherry tomatoes, and other kind of like viney fruits and vegetables. I guess in those cases, those are both fruits, but you get what I'm saying. As well as several berries that have been plucked and laid around, mostly blackberries. There are about 5 other people sitting and eating. You'll notice that most of them, all but one of them, is plain-faced. You'll see a lot of pock marking around the sides, but only one of them, sitting by themselves, is wearing a mask like the Inquisitor's is. But the mask is this brilliant filigree with like this long pointy nose that kind of reminds you of a plague doctor's mask. Mm-hmm. But yes, so that is what you will find for breakfast. What do you all do? Do you join and have some food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food sounds
Sherry's
good.
gonna try and be kind of just quiet and small.
Okay.
No, don't draw attention to this giant eye on her face.
I want you to do me a favor. Make me a deception check.
Do I have any deception? That becomes a dirty 19.
Okay, so you'll be able to keep your hat down over your eye and your hair down, and you're gonna be able to. You're short enough and small enough that most people aren't gonna notice.
This is fine.
Okay.
Muse is gonna come down into the room, just stretch. Oh, what an amazing night. And she's gonna sit down and just start eating a pile of like fruit. Anything sweet.
There are these little tarts here that are like cream cheese tarts.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it's-
that and some fruit. And I mean, she had Flynn back at the fort. Would she still have Flynn with her now?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she brings Flynn down, pops him down, and beside her, and starts. Oh God, what a night!
You had a good dreams, Muse?
Yeah, I had
Flynn
very
have
good
fun?
dreams.
I had a good time too. Sorry if we kept anybody awake.
Dargov will say, kind of nudging Theron in the ribs.
Oh,
Pretty sure I had a better night with myself than you could have ever had.
Someone got some good sleep.
Can she do what you do?
Who?
You, Theron.
I don't believe so.
Yeah. Then you'll never know.
Meanwhile, Aiden's gonna head over to like the table. He's actually gonna claim one of the bread baskets and just start like piling it up. He's just gonna go through everything.
Sylvester at the buffet.
Yeah,
Theron's
this is
gonna
better eating than he's had in a long
seductively
time. He's gonna
sausage.
refuel, and I'm gonna pocket some of those berries too.
Sounds good. They're pretty good.
Well, you also enjoy whatever you can today, Calvo says. This is going to be the beginning of a very enjoyable night for you. Once you're done and ready, we will check out and I will take you to Espoir. I will get you through the front gates. Beyond that, you should clean yourselves up before you meet the Contessa. Espoir is divided into 3 different tiers. The middle area, which is what you will enter, is the fair town. It is where the common folk live. You can find some good places to re-equip and to purchase some clothing there. I will make sure that you have a writ to help you afford the clothing, at least. You could also clean yourselves up a bit if you did not have a chance to bathe here. Although I believe all of you did. You are welcome to have as much time as you want. I would suggest you stay away from the lower areas. Beneath the main city, there is a maze of shanty towns where the riffraff and those who, well, fall into the cracks tend to dwell. I would not recommend going to them.
I've been in enough places like that before. I don't need to go back.
There a specific time that we're supposed to be meeting the Contessa.
That's dinner.
Dinner tonight?
Dinner tonight.
Okay.
We should reach the town slightly before noon, which means that you can come and meet at her tower anytime after 4th bell. We'll give you time to leave your belongings and check in. I'm sure she will allow you to stay there.
Perfect.
You would definitely want to stay out of the rain. It always rains in this side of Exalar. Stay dry. Well, you gave me a look. I was being hyperbolic. Not always, just damn near almost.
Good to know.
Given the dangerous potential of some of you wandering off into the pits of the city, I strongly recommend that I deliver your friend for you. He was meant to be here anyway, and you will see him again for dinner.
Seems wrong to carry him all this distance and then not see him to the end ourselves. What say the rest of you?
Well, why don't we go to the main palace, castle, manor, what the Contessa's place first, drop everything off. Do we need to find our... We aren't getting rooms at her place, right? We're just going for
She
dinner.
will put you up for the night, as far as I understand.
So why don't we go and deliver Flynn?
She will not be
See
expecting you until later, and her schedule is very packed. But if you insist on delivering him in person to her servants, I see no reason why that would not be acceptable.
Yeah, if we're going straight there anyways. Yeah, why don't we drop our stuff off, drop him off with the Contessa's people, and then we'll go do our thing.
Hey,
I would welcome the company. There would be... there are worse things, I suppose, than traveling in the company of friends.
Exactly.
Besides, some of them appear to have been very friendly indeed. He will give Dargov a look. What? Well, eat up, and then we will head out. Inside of Espoir itself, you should be able to procure any type of treatments that you need for your ailments. The city is rife with medication.
Oh, good, because I think we're actually out.
Then it is good that we are only a few miles away. I am...
Mm-hmm.
You said what, Theron?
I had to borrow some of Dargov's medicine yesterday.
Yeah, I had a spare of the basics. Can I get an insight roll off of anybody who wants to?
Yes.
Yeah, please. You may make me an insight roll. Go ahead.
Oh, 22.
22? 11?
Natural one.
Natural 1. Oh, this is totally legit. 100%. But
21.
you are sure that the woman in the mask that is sitting over in the corner of this room is watching you. Like, you
Yeah.
are 100% sure that she's watching you, Aoden. She's eyeing you up. She's either going to try to flirt with you or assassinate you. You're not sure. What's the difference? Not really. But what did you all get? So I got an 8. I got an 11.
21.
9.
Okay.
22.
Theron and Sherry, as you're looking up, Dargov is lying, and probably with good reason, because Calvo gives him a look that could shatter glass.
Pretty sure Theron shouldn't have mentioned that.
Yup, Theron
Yup.
is
Yup,
like,
backpedaling. Sherry's
Calvo-
covering up the giant eye.
Calvo will give him a long, sharp look, and then lean back in his chair with a creak of leather. Very fortunate that you had that, then. You think that he bought the lie.
Okay.
You think he
okay.
bought it, but it was like,
No.
there was this moment of like, dun dun dun.
Sherry doesn't
Sherry
think
does.
about it. She's just gonna cram another cream tart in her face. It's just like,
Do it.
Does anyone see that woman over there?
just
Come
Well
on.
agreed mask.
Who?
I swear she's been watching us.
hopefully not.
Maybe she likes you.
That's a definite possibility.
You are quite imposing, Aodin.
I mean, it's not like she can miss you.
I'm Adam's actually going to be like lost for words for a second, kind of processing, and then he's just going to like take a whole loaf of bread and just kind of like bury himself in some food because he doesn't know how to deal with you short people.
Let's keep. Hey, I am. I don't know how. I forget how tall I am as my.
You're short to me.
That's true.
Everybody's short to me.
Most people are tall to me.
Same.
Get
Same.
ready and go, and if she follows us, we'll keep an eye.
Yeah, basically. That sounds good to me.
Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're 8 to 1. I think we can handle her.
We could take her.
Surprise dragon.
Right?
Wouldn't be the first time.
All right. So, are you all doing anything else this morning besides getting ready?
I think that's it from Muse.
No.
Yep.
Yep.
Pretty much. I don't think Aiden's going to go have a shower or anything like that. He's au naturel. So.
Muse is just gonna prestidigitation herself to smell amazing.
Aaron probably had a shower last night.
Yeah, they do the full bucket baths like you see in The Witcher. The whole like
Yeah.
peony. Smells like lilac and gooseberries. Everything does in here. It's great. All right. So with that, you gather your belongings and head out from the old familiar. The bartender waves you along, and before long, you are back on the road, your horses making steady time northward. Pardon me, eastward. You're headed east, not north. North would put you in a bad place. The north.
More bad places.
And the rain buffets down around you, but before long, even through the miserable clouds, you are going to be able to see that there it is. The rising, well, beauty would be a strange use of the word, but the city of Espoir. Bent nails reaching into a black-gray sky. In the distance, you can see the wall of miasma encircling the Southlands. Now, the gate, as you approach... Now, this gate, for quick description, is like... It's basically like the Wall of Mordor. You know what I'm talking about? Like that's the kind of wall they've built. This massive sheet of steel and stone that juts up like the crown of a vicious helmet.
So we're thinking like the gate, what is it? The Black Gate?
The Black Gate.
It's kind of like the Black Gate, yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
But like, it's like, what if the Black Gate was built by the Victorians?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
so it's even creepier.
It's even creeper.
Little gothic tones to it. Okay.
Very, very gothic tones. It was really hard to
Lots
find
of
gothic
spires.
architecture. So for at least for open use. So, as you approach, Corvo will step in front and call up, Inquisitor Corvo, returning. My rank and station. And he holds up a glowing lantern. There's a moment, and then chains go taut. And the gates will open. Just enough for your horses to pass. As you head inside, the streets are cobblestone. huge, deep puddles line the ground all around you. It's impossible to walk here without splashing a bit. And as you do, you can see that expansive bridgeways stretch over what is a forgotten sub-city. People around you are milling, running shops, running errands, moving carts. In all, it's fairly populated, enough that you don't have to touch anyone. You can move through the streets without accidentally bumping shoulders. You can see someone across the street, or you can see someone headed your way. Most of the people here wearing deep, oil-slick cloaks to keep the rain out of their eyes. But here, most of the people are wearing face masks. And you're starting to get a sense of things. I'd like anybody who wants to make me a history roll. Or an insight. You know what? Let's say insight. We'll say insight. Even though history would kind of give you a sense of it. We'll say
3.
16 for Theron.
16 for there? 8?
Oh, insight. Just kidding, 22.
22, okay. Sorry, what was that, Cal?
16.
16? Theron? Or pardon me, Adam?
I got +7 on insight. I rolled a 1 and a 2. I have a 9.
You have a 9?
That's
You're not
painful.
So, once again, Theron and Sherry, looking around, you are going to... Oh, actually, you know what? If Buddy Boy is available... so if Flynn's able to look out, he rolled a 9, which turns into like an 18 for him, because Bard.
Ah, yes.
You are going to look around, and the two of you are going to understand that masks in this city seem, or hell, maybe even in this country, seem to be marks of station. The more ornate the mask is, the higher your social situation is. For each one of these masks, the larger and more ornate, the more we're going from like domino masks, like Robin, like Batman and Robin, like, or Zorro masks, into like these full Venetian numbers. The clothing also expands. The boots go from being cheap leather to being ornate skins with bright shining buckles of silver and gold. The horses have better shoes. Hell, even some of the horses are wearing ornate face coverings. Welcome to Espoir.
Sorry.
Please.
I was just to say, I think once Theron is kind of piecing that together, Theron's actually going to take out his white plague doctor mask and put it on.
Okay. Let's see if anybody notices that.
If you want to disguise that, Sherry will just take her hat off and show off her giant eye.
So as you're a couple people will give you more room as they see you put that mask on. They will begin to kind of like just part around you, making an even easier ride through the city. You head across its center, across several grand bridges. Bridges that span hundreds of feet, that are dozens and dozens and dozens of feet wide. Immense architecture. And we're talking... the bridge that you cross last has an immense tower in the center of it, much like the Tower of London on London Bridge. And as you cross beneath it, you can see that an immense 50-foot wide bladed portcullis dangles over your head as you move beneath it. Not just a portcullis, but the ground beneath you can see that not only are there places for the portcullis spikes to enter, there is a thin line there built for a guillotine blade.
Wow.
Not only will this pin, it will kill it. Not only will this kill you, it will hurt the entire time it does. As you are moving through, you are going to be hearing these noises around you just occasionally. Just the The occasional spitting, coughing. And in front of you, this winding spire that juts up into the sky. A final bridge takes you across to it. And as the sun weakly tries to pierce through the clouds above, the entire area is cast in a greenish-blue hue. You head up the steep incline that switches back once and then twice into the front of this immaculate black palace. Its central spire, the tallest point in the city. The crown gem of Espoir. There are several checkpoints that you pass as you head inside. Armed guards with masks and halberds check you over quickly, see Calvo, and wave him through after he gives them the proper word and shows the proper insignia. Before long, you find yourself in a large courtyard. There, some stable boys in simple cloth masks will take your horses from you. Promise them watered and fed. Calva waves you closer. Come. We will get your bags taken from you inside of the lower galley. The lower... What word am I thinking of here? Brain farting. The lower foyer? Parts of a castle. Google. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Parts of a castle. Google, because...
Are you talking about the entry? You're generally thinking of a foyer.
I was thinking of where the servants would go, because they're not going to quite let you into the main castle yet.
Yeah, like a... That usually goes into the scullery or the kitchen.
Scullery? That's probably what you're thinking of there. The talus? What the hell is a talus? The curtain wall had a slope called a talus. Good to know. Good to know. Battlements, fortified tower. These are just defenses. I didn't ask for defenses. I asked for... Anyway. Okay, so... What were you thinking, Kel? What was it?
The scullery. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so, stepping forward. He'll lead you into one of the scullery areas. Let's see. Room in a house traditionally used for washing up dishes, laundering clothes. Yes. You are going to hear the sound of steam presses around you, the sound of plates and other instruments being cleaned, clashed together a little bit. In the corner, you're going to see several gnomes working very hurriedly around boiling chemicals that they are using to purify glassware. And not just any glassware. In the corner here, you're seeing like huge beakers and test tubes and manner of alchemical equipment that are being chemically purified to the point where they are almost invisible in this kind of like half-dim firelight. Beyond that, you will see that there are all manner of like stored goods. There is a canning station where just general like staples are being canned. You see places where some of the wine has been pulled out up from the cellar for dinner service that night. You can see that there is a number of like foreign staples on the shelves. There's a jar of some type of brown creamy substance that looks like it would go good on toast with some jelly. The chat said there was not peanut butter, and I'm saying, shows what you know, there's a jar of Jiffy right there. Edagon's own peanut butter. Edagon's own is the president's choice or great value of Ylos.
I was gonna say, it definitely seems like the no-name president's choice brand right there.
No-name brand peanut butter. Edagon's peanut butter.
Edagon's own, it's canon now.
Yeah.
Edagon's own.
We need a
Yeah.
label.
Yo.
Yeah.
Liz has said I can do whatever I want with that picture of Edagon. So like, tell Mike to get to
Amazing.
work.
Alrighty.
Make a little
Probably listening.
logo T-shirt for him to wear.
Edagon's own.
Edagon's
No
own.
kidding.
How do you
man.
think I afford the tower, kid? This thing don't
Hey.
make its own upkeep. All right. For those who have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm very sorry. That it's your loss.
Oh, what shards?
You gotta watch Shards and Earn. From the someone who actually started from the beginning. We'll talk about that in a bit. One of the servants will notice you standing there, and before long, a butler will come by. The butler is you. You'll see a tall woman wearing a small butler hat on top of kind of like a pillbox hat almost on top of this like fairly ornate cat-shaped mask. Her uniform is a tanned cross chest with several toggles that hold it shut. Now, for an elf, she's quite rotund. About on a human, you would say like she's a little soft. On an elf, she's absolutely chubby. She has brown hair drawn into a 2-foot-long braid that is kind of pulled up and wrapped around the base of her skull into an immense bun. And behind the mask, you can see that bright blue eyes appraise you as she approaches. Greetings. How may I help you? You are the ones who are here to see the Contessa. I see. Welcome back, Inquisitor Calvo. Inquisitor. Dog off, dog off. Dog off.
We have, we know we're not supposed to be here till later in the day, but we have our friend that was supposed to be brought to the Contessa, and we wanted to see him through to the end to make sure he got there safely, because we've had a very harrowing journey.
Muse is gonna hold up Flynn.
Hi, Flynn will say, decapitated as he is.
This
One
is
moment.
this is who we were bringing.
The butler is unfazed. Like, she sees this all the time. You doubt that's true, but she's good at her job. She's gonna look.
Nice.
Like, you will see, like, just the bit, like, one hair on her right eyebrow will twitch a little, and then she'll. Composure. It would be my.
This is
It would be my honor to hand deliver her. Or him?
him. She'll pass the head over.
You have very soft hands. Thank you.
Your name, ma'am?
Amakir. I am
Thank you,
one of the
Amakir.
chief butlers inside of the spire. I will bring him up immediately. He will be seen to.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I love your mask. I haven't seen any other cat masks around, and well, I like cats.
I wouldn't have thought. If you're looking for similar one, you should head down into town. Edajix.
Good to know.
Why does
That's-
everyone wear these masks everywhere?
And are we expected to have them for dinner tonight?
It's been custom here for quite some time. Originally in Espoir, in all of Exalar, I suppose, the masks served a function during the plague times. Now they're a sign of station. They also give the ability to present a more palatable appearance than you may regularly possess, as well as to hide any unseemly blemishes, scars, or other marks of life.
Good to know.
Will I offend the Contessa with mine?
She'll look at you appraisingly. The Contessa was present in Exalar when the miasma appeared. Although it has been quite some time ago, she may have feelings regarding worship of the god of plagues. They have been adversaries for some time, given her nature as a healer. However, and I do not wish to speak for my lady, but she is generally quite kind, so long as one does not sermonize.
I don't intend to.
It is quite
I
a
just
fetching
wanted-
mask, and you will probably be the talk of the town, my friend.
Thank you.
As for the question that you asked before, you will not be looked down upon if you do not have one. But, well, it's always best to fit in.
And how expensive are they usually? We haven't exactly gotten much money from the during this trip.
Of course. Here, allow me. Inquisitor Calvo asked ahead, and she will pull out a piece of paper out of a little case that she keeps on her hip, slide it open, pop it, pull out a quill, unroll the paper, and begin to scribble down. If you go into town, Ida will be able to provide this for you. Any mask that you want, within reason, as well as any proprietor inside of the fair town should be able to equip you with clothing. Anything necessary to, well, to make an appearance. Your own expenses will be your own.
Perfect. Thank you.
Also, it was mentioned, we all need medicine. We are all patients of Highgarden, and we all have depleted any stores of, sorry, what were the, forget
So
what they
the-
were called.
Elixirs?
Tinctures? Elixirs?
The tinctures, the basic ones, tinctures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
We
should be
have-
able. There are many vendors around the city, so the medicines. If you're looking for so you're looking for medicine. Tinctures were the long rests.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Right.
So she will look you over and say, there are many proprietors throughout the city that will be able to provide those for you, licensed and unlicensed. Given what you are... Given that you are likely to be staying for quite some time with us during your treatment, it would be good to have a bit of a stockpile. I can give you this discretionarily. Please use it only on medication. And she'll reach into the purse at her hip and will hand you 10 platinum coins.
Oh,
Oh, that's most generous.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
We will use it specifically for
Whatever you
medication.
must. If you could keep a receipt, that would be helpful for my kitty, but I
Of
understand
course.
that certain things get lost. Go have fun.
Thank you.
Thank
Muse
you.
will grab
Thank
the chit and
Okay, should the writ hand it over to you.
yeah.
And we will see you here tonight. You oh, and I'm sorry, one last question. Do any of you possess food allergies that our chef should be made aware of? No?
No, not that I know
My
of.
knowledge.
And I assume no one is a vegetarian.
No.
Good. We don't take kindly to them. They ruin a lot of fun.
Fair.
I also
Can I
do...
make an insight check on that?
Sure.
Yeah, that was
Absolutely.
weird.
That was very weird to myself.
Yep, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Slowly climbing up there. 15 this time.
15? There we go. That's a little...
19.
19 as well.
I
19?
finally got a good roll.
You think it was a bad joke.
Oh, okay.
You think it was a bad joke.
I definitely
okay.
was wondering if it was like the cannibal joke where it was like, I'm like, do they
Yes,
eat people?
we're having you for dinner. They probably don't eat people.
Okay. Cool.
They probably don't. You don't know. Maybe. Who knows? And I assume that no one else is a teetotaler? Good. I have personally selected 5 different vintages to be presented to you tonight for your dining pleasure. Some of the Contessa's favorite stock. Some older than any of you. Some quite fresh.
Do you who is going to be there with us at the dinner? I'm just wondering, it has been quite some time since I've been around.
To my knowledge,
High
I will be there serving, as will the rest of the attendants. Inquisitor Calvo, will you be joining us? Perhaps for a short time, I will. Inquisitor Dogov, will you? I got places to be.
Theron's face will fall just a tiny bit.
Then I suppose it'll just be the, you, the Contessa, and the High Inquisitor. And the attendants and butlers and maids, of course.
Naturally. Alright, well, do we want to go pick out something nice to wear for dinner?
Yeah, we've been wearing those stupid hospital outfits for so long, and then we got this, and now this is all dirty. I would love some fresh clothes. Plus, this new body, this is a bit tight. So...
Allow me to give you one final gift. Marco. A small gnome will step out. Marco, here. Can you please chauffeur them into the city? Wherever they'd like to go. Of course. Please,
Thank you.
follow me. Your carriage awaits. And with that, Marco the driver takes you out into a large carriage that is big enough for 8 people, which will fit the 5 of you, including the Furbog, just right. And with that, you will descend into the city. The sound of the carriage tumbling over cobblestones as you make your way down, going and bypassing all of the checkpoints as you go. You head down to the city of Espoir to make your purchases and enjoy a bit of leisure time as the rain continues to fall around you in sheets of chill, cold water. And I think that's probably a good place for us to take a quick washroom break, folks. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And then we'll talk to you for a minute. See you in a second. Hello, folks. Welcome back. This is the part of the program where we talk to you, the chat. Robin, put 12 minutes on the clock because I want to go back at 9:13. And
Okay.
Hi, folks. How's it going?
Good.
I'm gonna just make some coffee. Ugh, coffee has been made with my tiny, tiny French press.
I had to get one
Yay.
that size because I just don't use my big Chambord Bodum anymore. So, if anybody needs a Bodum, I have one.
Oh, really? We just we got this one, and then I picked up one at Dollarama the other day for like $4. And honestly, it's a French press. Like, all you need is like a filter and like a glass tube. But yeah, I'll take it off you. I'm sure somebody can.
Sure.
So, folks, this is the part where we talk to you. If you're brand new here, then we just hang out and talk and socialize. So we try to stay in character for most of stuff. So, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Tired,
Doing
but
good.
like
Good. Good.
Nice.
I had my first person complain about gender-neutral bathrooms at work today.
What?
Ooh.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you tell them? What did they say? I got to hear this.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
So,
granted,
omit
it
names
wasn't... Yeah, it wasn't because they're gender-neutral. It was because anyone could use them. It was an older lady. She was probably like maybe 70-ish.
Okay.
And she comes up to the desk. She's like,
We just came back on boobs. All right. So sorry about that. OBS crashed. OBS is very stable. OBS is very stable. Stable as I am, that's for sure.
Fairly
Okay.
stable.
So 70-year-old
Yeah.
woman comes into your work, Cat.
yeah, and she comes up. She's like, hey, my husband and I have both been members for a long time, and I remember
Actually, hold on. Never mind. We didn't come back.
we didn't come back.
Are we? Now we're back.
back?
We're back. Hey, sorry
back.
about that. OBS
Are you
crashed.
sure?
Yes, because it was saying connecting before. And now I can
okay.
see myself. So,
yeah, we are.
70-year-old
Oh, there we
woman
go.
shows up at
Yeah.
your work and starts complaining. Cat, go.
Yeah, so she comes up. She says, "Oh, my husband and I have been members at the club for a really long time, and we used to have men's and women's bathrooms." And I'm like, "Yeah."
We still
And
have
she's like-
bathrooms.
Why aren't they like that anymore? Can they go back to being that way?
No.
And I'm just like, well, no. And she's like, why not? And I'm like, well, a lot of it is due to inclusivity. Especially in an industry like this, we want to be as inclusive as possible so that everybody feels as welcome as possible to come into aviation and enjoy our area. Especially because we have more and more members identifying as non-binary or transgender. And people who might not be comfortable with that.
Mhm.
And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay, well that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, wow. Really?
That's good.
Good for her.
I'm
Hey.
like, yeah. And she's
Yeah.
like, just my problem is, I tried both of your bathrooms, and both the seats were completely covered in pee, and it was
Oh.
really, really gross.
Yeah, guys are gross. Guys
Yeah.
And
are
I'm
gross.
just
Yeah.
like,
Women are gross too.
and
It's
I'm
true.
just like, oh my gosh, that's disgusting,
That is a
And she's
valid
like-
reason
And
for
that's a
wanting a
valid
cleaner bathroom.
complaint.
right?
That is a
Right?
very valid reason.
Right?
That's not a gender issue. That's just a clean up your own damn mess issue.
That's just
Literally.
a people issue.
Literally, and
Oh.
so it ended up being like
People.
she's like, okay, like I can get that it makes people more comfortable to have gender neutral bathrooms. It's just so gross sometimes. I'm like, trust me, I know. And she's like, why are men gross? And this is like a 70-year-old lady. And I'm just like, as a transgender woman myself, trust me, I know all about having to clean up toilet seats from other people being gross. And she's like, well, thank you for listening to me at least. And I'm glad there's a good reason for why we keep the bathrooms the way they are now.
That's
and I'm
fair.
like, yeah.
All right. So on a funner
Could you come and
topic.
see me at work? Cause I need some of that.
So
Right.
the Jurus, or Juras, just asked in the chat. So question as a brand new DM, how does one cope with a party of all bards, all of which are horny, and how do I make new friends who don't want to see me cry? Here's the trick. Just make them cry.
Yeah, literally. A party
Jurus.
of bards.
I actually wanted to do that. I wanted to do like a Scooby-Doo traveling adventure game where everyone's a bard and they solve mysteries.
Cheers.
But I think what you do is is that the game you want to run? That's the question. I think the number one thing that new DMs get hung up on, and James, you can weigh on this too, being a longtime DM, is that people who are running games, they don't communicate with the players what they're running. They don't have that session zero talk. So that if I for this game, I was like, yeah, hey guys, I want to run a horror mystery game that's set in like a plague country that's kind of like Bloodborne mixed with like 2021. And and like, you know, Kat was like, I want to play a cat girl, and I'm like, with stipulations, yes. But then if like Traz had been like, I want to play Slap Happy Jack, the clown barbarian, I'd be like, we're gonna have a talk, bucko, because we got to make sure that Slap Happy Jack fits into this game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you got to make sure that people actually
Slap
are
Happy Jack.
like, you're all playing the game that you want to play. Because here's the pro tip that I think that a lot of people forget. The Dungeon Master is also a player.
The Dungeon Master is multiple players.
Honestly, you got to you gotta get that. You gotta put yourself first, and you gotta make sure that your players understand that you have to live in the stories. You have to have the story in your head 10 times the amount that they do. So you get a vote. You get a big vote in what happens.
Also,
Yeah.
how to make friends that don't want to see you cry. Join our Discord too. We have
Oh, yeah, join the Discord.
We have a looking for games thing. So maybe you'll find some new friends at our Discord. If not, we also just like share memes and photos, and it's a good
You see
time,
pictures of our
so-
cats and dogs and stuff. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And occasionally a
We have
rabbit.
Yeah.
Do we have a
But yeah,
DM
like
advice
That's
channel?
we
That might be
make.
good.
We have GM support.
yes.
We have I forget what it's
Figured we
exactly
had something
called.
like that.
But it's something like that.
advice.
There's one where people ask questions and like tag me a lot about Witchlight stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, time travel. That's my answer for everything, to be honest. Time travel.
Honestly, fair.
Yeah, like for this game, when Kelly said I want a horror, you know, like super dark game, and I'm just like, I want to be an anime cat girl because I am an anime cat girl. Let's be real. It was like, you know, we were both kind of like, does that fit the tone? But we just her backstory though.
Her backstory, though.
It works with a horror setting extraordinarily well. There's reasons why she's so happy and upbeat all the time.
Trauma does that to a person.
She's completely stable.
Is anybody playing Elden Ring, by the way, since we're basically like, this is kind of Bloodborne?
I can't afford it yet.
Fair enough.
Kind of wanna, but I promised myself I would finish Dark Souls and Bloodborne first.
I was about to say, because you still have my copy of Bloodborne, so you should beat that.
Yep. I'm slowly working on it.
I am waiting until my until the 02 rig is built.
Oh, fair. I really hate. I really don't like playing the Souls games. I don't enjoy them. I like watching them and I like reading about them, but like that whole get good mentality that people have, the whole like, you know,
Yeah.
like, oh, if you're not a real gamer, you won't like. I don't have time for that. I actually got into a fight when I was in grad school with not like a physical fight, but I got into an argument with this woman who was on a committee that I was. because she was talking about Red Dead Redemption 2, and she was like going on and on about how good it was, and how you did like all of this stuff, and you had to like milk the cows and like shoe the horses and all of it, like you had to like sweep the barn. And I'm like, I'm in grad school working 3 jobs and running a gaming channel. I'm gonna play Mario Odyssey for a bit and just go woohoo for a few minutes before passing out. And I got called a filthy casual, and she wasn't kidding. She's like, filthy casuals like you are ruining the gaming industry. And I'm like,
okay.
I have shit that I have to do. I just want to. She was like, people like you just don't understand the art. And I'm like, my master's is in public, like the history of art. Like,
Can you not gatekeep all of gaming, please?
Did she ever play games like Contra or the original Ninja Turtles where...
oh my god, the original Ninja Turtles with the
original one. The underwater
Do you know how
level.
much money Nintendo makes for their like Mario? Like, come on.
Mario, like some of those games are fantastic. Like the FromSoft stuff is just, it's a little too much for me. I remember because my friend Kristen, most of you know Kristen, Calixarine, I can't pronounce her damn Twitch name, but she asked me to go and do a Let's Play of Bloodborne. And I'm like, okay, sure. I've never played Bloodborne. Let's do it. And she's like watching in the chat with me, and like a lot of my Let's Plays are. Ooh, Cal, that's real loud. Your crinkle.
Here, I'll get myself.
Okay. But she was watching, and she's like, this isn't very fun. You just keep dying, and I'm like, I don't know what you expect. It's Bloodborne. It's the only Let's Play I've deleted from the channel.
Really?
Because I'm like, oh, it's bad. It's bad. Well, because the problem is that Bloodborne, you die constantly, and the loading times are really slow. So it punishes you twice. You have to...
But the game is just, like, the game is intended...
Oh!
Especially, like... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. You were gaslighting me. Let's do it. Do it. Do it, James.
Oh, no.
Do it.
I just mean different gaming experiences for different people, right? Like I can definitely see the appeal of the game. Like I have trouble getting through them too. I'm still interested in them, but
I think the lore is really cool.
Yeah,
I think
the
it
lore
also
is really
depends
fantastic.
on the mindset you're in at the time. Because some games I like it, but there's times where I want that instant reward, man. I want that low effort for that dopamine of getting success.
A low effort, not bash your head into the wall several times.
Yeah, but there's sometimes where I love a hard puzzle that's like, okay, I need to actually get good at this and figure, and then when I get this, I'm gonna get that big hit of success.
The dopamine.
Give me that dopamine.
The good dopamine.
The abnegation games.
It's I actually
games that let you kind of unfocus and let you just kind of
The
relax,
Witcher is
right?
fantastic for that. I got through because I'm trying to do like a full completion on The Witcher before I move into like the DLCs. And I've basically just like sailing around Skellige doing stuff while listening to podcasts.
There's
I
so
get
much
lost
to
in
do in
Skellige, too.
Skellige.
There's so much. I've gone fishing so many times for armor and stuff. Like, but the worst thing in the world, and Robin, as you start to stream more this year, you'll understand. You'll start investing in things for your stream. I have so many games that I've bought to stream, and I never have the time or energy to do it. So I've got like Necro Barista. I've got I was gifted a copy by Soul Omen of Inscription, the card game, horror game. I even have the graphic of me playing it that I have for the Let's Play that I was going to put up. I've had that Photoshop for months, but I just haven't had any time to run it because
I don't think I'm gonna stream for a bit on my own channel personally because my schedule's a bit full right now.
Why is it full?
I don't know. I'm looking at next week.
Right?
What fresh hell have I done to myself? Because
You asked for
Witchlight,
it.
I know. Witchlight, the Netherdeep kind of scared me. Snuck up on me for 4 days in a row next week. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, but you have to
fun.
remember Thursday's an hour.
It's true.
I am really looking forward to getting the O2 rig up and running so I can actually start streaming again. Granted, most of my gaming is stuff like Elite Dangerous and Flight Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think that's good.
I do want to stream other things too, but those are my primaries that I'm going to be doing. I actually want to stream the process of relearning how to fly a plane in DCS, because I haven't actually done that online in like a year.
All right, so we've got about a minute left in our just chat. So if anybody has anything they want to ask or say, I do want to say a quick thank you out right now to our Patreons at patreon.com/dorktales. I see DM Mike is in the chat. He's my divine producer, and I'm very excited that he is here enjoying the game alongside of us. I also want to thank Soul Omen, who is responsible for the big moon-shaped monster in this game. So she backed that, and on the demonic tier, or pardon me, when she was a divine producer, she created it. She is one of the demonic producers right now, along with Precarious. And we cannot forget our princes of the Patreon, Ylos, Trizelta, who gets no benefit from that aside from more pain. And
I signed up for pain.
You signed up for pain, as well as Taryn and Buddy. So thank you all so much. If you want to get your name read out like that, head to patreon.com/dorktales. There's a bunch of cool stuff there. I'm going to start releasing, I think at the end of this week, there's going to be a little bit of like game mechanic stuff going in. I haven't had time to film off-camera episodes for you, but I'm going to try to have some done before I'm taking a week off in April. I'm going to try to have some episodes up, which reminds me, if you have received the Google form of dates, fill it in. Traz, I gotta send it to you, because
You already did.
oh, did I send it to you? Good. It's because
You already did.
It's because you didn't use Facebook, so you're not in the group chat. Do you want to be in a Facebook group chat?
That's fine. That's why I have it. That's why I have that.
Then
That is specifically for that.
I will welcome you to the Dorktales team chat, which is mostly just Jen sharing TikToks these days.
So I hear.
Right? It's like there was enough just like cross chatter that I had to create a second Facebook group chat that is literally just me saying, do not respond to things, just do them as I say them, like do this form, don't forget that we have a charity stream this month, etc. So speaking of which, last thing before we head back in, we have a charity stream that is taking place on 4 days on March 20th, 23rd, 24th, 25th. So I want you all to be there for them. They're going to be running at different times, and what this is it is 4 games that are going to be raising money for WAVA, which is a Vancouver-based rape crisis center. They are a fantastic service that give aid to people in some of their worst hours, and are some of the best people doing it. They deserve all of the love, support, and money that we can give them. And that week we're trying to raise, I think we're down for $1,500 is what we're going to try to do. It's going to be 4 different games. They are on Sunday and Wednesday is a 2-part Dungeons and Dragons Who Done It, ran by our good friend Bunny Hearted. And then on Thursday night, so that game is going to be at 11 a.m. on those days Pacific time, going until about 4. And then on Thursday night, there is going to be a game ran by Krista, Chihista FX, of Lasers and Feelings. I am definitely going to be the lasers in that. And then Friday night is going to be a game Robin is running at 7 p.m., which is going to be Animal Adventures. And we should probably do a group chat for that, because I need to find out what type of dog I'm going to be.
We have a group chat for it.
Yeah.
Do we? Am I in it?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's Pause
Yeah,
for
I
a
think
Cause.
so.
Is it on Discord or Facebook?
Facebook.
Are you sure I'm in it?
100%. I'm
Maybe.
looking at it right now. You've seen the messages, boyo.
Oh, jeez.
It's called Wave Up Pause for a Good Cause.
A pause for a good cause.
Yep. Use is there. I sees ya.
But you're playing cat dog.
Whoopies.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
And yeah.
Pause for a good cause.
Ding.
Hold on. What
with us.
kind of doggo am I? There we go. All
It
right.
could be Charlie.
I'm Charlie in a lot of games.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, guys, like Exalar is coming to a close soon. We're gonna hop back into game in just a minute, because tonight we got about an hour of game left. Hour 15. But oh yeah, we're playing Cat Dog. Are we really doing that, Krista? I don't think that actually works. We'll talk.
Do it.
I think you should.
Do it.
should.
We're not
Go
gonna be two
for it.
stupid dogs. I kind of want to play a dog.
Oh
that
my
just
God.
eats I want to play Keanu Reeves as a dog.
I don't know. I mean, Robin and I already did, my raccoons, Sticky and Icky. So stupid dogs works.
But as we are,
do
well, I've had
remember
the theme
two
song
stupid
stuck in my head for a while. Which
Yeah.
is literally just like
Those
going, 2 stupid dogs.
I did love that one. It
Nicktins.
was such a goofy cartoon.
Bill and Ted as dogs. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. But as Exalar is coming to a close, I really want to run a bunch of like short runs and one shots. I've got all of these ideas and no time to do them.
Do it.
Yeah.
I don't have any time.
I just want to play Muse and everything because I love this girl.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll play Muse Jr. here to avenge their mother.
Oh no.
Oh noes. A sip of coffee.
You entered a horror game, and the horror game has entered you with a knife.
Whoa.
What?
I don't think I've gotten out of a horror game yet alive.
You haven't gotten out of not horror games alive, Cal.
That's true. That's true. A couple.
Did you?
I've only killed 2 characters. 2 that are dead.
That's fair. All right, folks, time for us to head back into game right now. Thank you so much for watching. We love you very much. If this is your first time here, be sure to like, subscribe, smash that bell, follow, do whatever you need to do. And go to Patreon and just like throw wads of cash at the stream because it helps me pay for all of my stuff. And that means you, Art Hard. I'm watching you. Also, everybody, shout out to our friends Art Hard in the chat. Art Hard Studios runs Weed D&D. They are a fantastic game with a very like 420 positive message to it, and also just like really good campaigning, really good dungeon mastering. Fantastic people over there. So Bam, big shout out to you. Everybody go follow them, but stick around for us because we run on the same night, unfortunately, because our schedules overlap. But you'll definitely be seeing a lot of them because we raid them, they raid us. They're great people. Psh. The mortar strike. You knew it was coming. All right, so folks, that's going to be it for the Just Chat. Let's head back into game right now. Pardon me one moment. I will cut this out. Sorry. I said to blow my nose, and I didn't want to do it on camera. You know?
Ah, fair.
And I will edit this out of... What's that?
Honk it.
No, I was able to do it. I was able to do it silently. 9:20. Blow nose. Okay. All right. So with that, it is time to head back into a dirge for Exalar. All right, and thanks so much for coming in and watching us. We love you very much. All right, and let me just move my French press because it is blocking some of my logos. Okay. Welcome back to Dirge for Exalar, here on Dork Tales. As the carriage rolls you down into the city proper, you find your way into Fairtown. The driver is quiet and only makes the type of conversation that you ask for. Before long, he leads you down into the city proper, where there are a number of merchant stalls built into these old Tudor-style houses. Above them, you can see that there are immense... Well, the lower floors are almost Tudor. From there, though, the Gothic architecture sprawls and spreads up. Each building along the center lane here is like an individual blackened rib jutting up at the sky, forming a bending cage of impossible architecture. And when I say that, I mean that it looks like someone built each one of these buildings up from the ground without caring about things like gravity or wind resistance or erosion. The buildings swirl and bend upward. Another quick way of saying this is picture everything in this city being built by Tim Burton. Like 90s Tim Burton, though, like good Tim Burton.
And all of a sudden, the picture is crystal clear.
Yeah, it's just,
Right?
it's
Right?
Gotham
All
City.
of a sudden it was like, okay, cool.
Were you having problems with the bent nail? I thought that was pretty good.
The
Or,
bent nail was really good, but just the whole vibe now is like, ah, yes.
Yep.
here, I will send you something in... You know what? I won't, because it will take you too long. The cart makes its way down into the city and deposits you in front of the mask shop. Jack, masks, and more. Artisanal masks for the aristocrat inside of all of you. As you head inside, there are a plethora of masks coating every wall, every surface. Simple cloth masks to ones carved from ivory, bone, and solid gemstone behind these massive glass displays. As you walk, some of the candlelight will reflect. You can see that burned into the glass itself are arcane runes of protection. There's a jangle from the back, and a tall, half-elven man with a wispy goatee, almond eyes, and wrinkles forming around the edge of his eyes. He looks like a man in his 60s, if he were human. But given his half-elf parentage, his short, stubby ears, you have no idea. He could be anywhere between 100 and 400 years old, depending on how his diet handles. He's wearing a simple white mask around those wrinkled eyes, shaped very simply like a drama mask. It dips down just to his upper lip and no further. Good evening.
Hello.
Pleasure to be here with you. How can I help you tonight? I noticed that you are foreigners.
Yes. We were looking for masks, and it looks like we came to the right place.
There's no greater place in the entire city than Jack's. I'm very happy to help you. If there's anything I can do for you at all, please do not hesitate to ask. My name is Otto. I am the current manager of this store. Please, what can I do for you? You are, where do you come from?
Galia.
Oh, Galia, land of the halflings. Are you as well from the Galia, my friend? Ah, no? I'm sorry, I did not mean to startle you. You appear shy.
A little bit, yes. Yes, thank you.
Ah, you have a very unique bone structure. I can work with that.
Oh, good.
And you are very tall, my friend.
Thanks. I'm from the Chain of the Gods.
Ah, yes, the Broken Lines. Well, it is very good to have you here. I will find something for you. I think I have an idea.
Oh, I was a little worried.
We specialize in all forms of masks here. Anything to accentuate your inner self. It is my job as a proprietor and as a craftsman to make sure that you are outfitted with something that will make you feel like you are living your inner self. Let's see.
Do you do adjustments?
Adjustments? Yes.
Would you be able to embellish this? And Theron will point to the mask that he's wearing.
Ah, those kind of adjustments. I thought you meant for growth and change. I suppose that I could. It is very quiet in here. Pardon me for just one moment. He claps his hands twice, and the candles will readjust. And some soft music will begin to play. Yes. Were you hoping that I could adjust that so that it would be less obvious what it is, sir?
No, I just want it embellished, actually. I would like gold filigree added to it if you could.
Yes, I could
do this. I must warn you that depending on where you are headed inside of the city, it could be dangerous to wear that type of mask. Not everyone here appreciates being a prisoner in their own country. I have no problem. This is my business, my life. I'm very happy to be here. But, yes, I will do this for you. Provided that you have payment. And, my friends, I could easily do the same for you.
Muse is gonna pull out the writ.
Ooh. What do we have here? Ah, I'm very sorry, my lords and ladies. I did not realize that you were here from the Contessa.
Yes, we're gonna be. We were hoping to get some masks because we're meeting with her for dinner. And wanted to fit the town a little better.
Of course, I would be very happy to do so. So let me see what I have. So he will take a look at you. Please, whoever would like to be fitted first, please take a seat here. He steps aside. You'll see that there is this area. It's like an enclave in the center of this shop. It's full of mirrors and 3 angles, almost kind of like, it's almost like a diorama, like a folding diorama set, but it's made out of these
Three-way mirror, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 3-way mirror, but it's built into these room dividers that are lined with velvet. But it's not just 3 mirrors; it's a dozen of them, all positioned at different angles, different sizes. And in the center of it
12 times.
is this incredibly ornate Gothic chair with plush burgundy cushions.
Muse is gonna step forward because she's excited for this.
I see. So, my lady, I must ask you, do you feel... I want you to think and describe yourself in as few words as possible. Who are you when you shut your eyes? When you wake up in the morning? When you see yourself in the mirror? And most importantly, the second before you look in the mirror, who are you? Before you open your eyes and see who you actually look like, what does the person look like?
Probably a stray cat.
A stray cat? I see. What color is this cat? And perhaps more importantly, is she furry or is she svelte like yourself?
Like me, only black fur, black hair.
Okay. Are you a lover or a fighter?
I mean, I've had to be both. But guess I was a fighter first.
But there is some lover inside of you.
Yeah.
I understand. Here. And he will turn and pull out a mask and hold it up to you that is carved out of a combination of bone and ebony. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post these in the Zoom or in the Discord chat, or not Discord chat, in the Twitch chat. So
because I'm just going to Google a bunch of masks on Pop the Man. So that is the first mask that he holds up to you. This white and black mottled mask with little red hearts on one cheek. Perhaps something like this.
That looks perfect.
Excellent. I will fit it to you. And he does so. He expertly ties it, and you feel that the way that it is carved, he takes it, fits it to your face, pulls it back, and then takes this almost like linoleum carving set and begins to work some of the angles. He will hold a handkerchief up to you, and you'll see that the inside of the mask actually has like little bits of powder that have gone missing that are on your face, almost like when you're getting like a dental filling. You know how they do the rub so they can file it down. He perfectly scrapes this powder off until the second time you put it on your face, it adheres perfectly.
It's lovely.
You are the lovely one. The mask just shows it off. Let's see. And for you, who is next?
The yellow step up.
The same question to you, my friends. Who are you? Do you know?
Protector.
I'm sorry?
Protector.
A
Guardian.
protector? A knight? This is honestly a very easy one. If you are very strong, I see that you have a sword by your side. But do you come from wealth? When you shut your eyes, your parent has asked you to go and purchase some milk from the store. They hand you a coin. What color is it?
Silver. I don't think I was poor, but I don't think I was well off.
Silver. Perhaps this, then. And he will reach behind him and pull up a mask made of wrought iron and silver. And it looks like this. It is a flat face mask that almost looks like a knight's visor, with a great amount of filigreeing along the edges and cheeks. And a pair of eye holes, as well as a slit for the mouth so you can still talk through it. I can also do a solid hairline if you would like.
This one's good.
It is quite good. All right, then I will fit that too. This one is quite heavy, but you're very strong. I think it should be not a problem at all.
Yeah, be fine.
All right, who's next to be fitted with one of the masks? You, short
Your
one.
eye, Sherry.
Okay.
Sherry's going to hop up, and at that point, the light is going to illuminate her, and you are all going to get a good look. The fact that she is now a Cyclops.
Oh, why didn't you show us earlier?
What happened to you?
It just... I woke up and it was like this.
Well, that's different. There's nothing wrong with different, though. I mean, we've been wandering around with a head. You having one eye is really not that strange, considering what we've seen.
I guess you're right.
Is this a new situation?
It started a couple days ago.
I see.
Yes.
Is this
I had two. And then this one.
Is this something you would like to avoid others seeing? It appears that you have been shielding others from this.
Well, it just happened this way this morning, so I I'm still getting used to it. I don't know. It's just different.
What color were your eyes before? The same as that one?
What color is this one?
That one has a purple iris that's kind of bleeding out. Unlike a normal iris, which would be like a perfect circle, this looks like someone used a teardropper of ink on top of a puddle of water, and it's all starting to kind of blend and bleed out in irregular angles.
So it probably looks really cool for having just one eye. No, I believe Sherry had blue eyes before this, or no, they were kind of a bluey gray. No, they weren't this color. They were more gray and blue, like my hat.
I have just the idea for you. Now here's the question. Your words. I customize this so that it looks exactly like your old eyes.
Oh.
But with a special trick. Here.
Oh.
And he is going to hold up a mask for you that is solid black. It is a full face mask with a twined rope mimicking a braid of hair around the entire skull that kind of dangles down like earrings with tassels.
Mm-hmm.
It is a small full face mask with a pair of huge eyes, as well as an open kind of latticed hole in the center of the forehead that would basically allow you to look out of the forehead of the mask.
Oh.
I can design some covers for the eye holes that are a bit lower, so that they look like normal eyes, or at least look like they might be. Perhaps a little bit of steamed glass, or perhaps a little bit of silk.
Oh yes. That's wonderful. That would.
I can do this
be
with
wonderful.
or without a mouth, if you would like it to be. I can easily bevel that off for you.
Okay. Yes.
Sounds
So
excellent.
just the half.
I can absolutely do that for you.
Okay.
Do you want it to accentuate the cheeks or be more flat? You seem like a very smiley girl.
I like my cheeks. Yes.
Yes, of course, I will do that immediately for you. He works incredibly quickly. It's a simple with a pair of tools that use a foot pump to get the drills working. And within 5 minutes, it's fitted to you. He turns over and looks at Aedan. And for you, you're natural, you're nature, you are virile and vigorous, are you not? You're a Fubog.
I'd like to think so, yes.
Are you anonymous in the crowd, or do you like to stand out?
I don't think I have much choice.
If I remember my stories about Furbolgs, you do have the ability to change your shape.
That. Well, I can go invisible for a short period.
Yeah?
But, yeah, but
Oh. Well,
still the same shape and frame. Nothing changes that.
your voice tells me that you are a very stoic, thoughtful type. However, there's a dichotomy to you, is there not? You are...
Suppose,
Yes. Here, how about this? It's crafted from heartwood, taken from some of the darkest reaches of the Gourmet Forest, fashioned and painted by expert craftsman hands. And he's going to hold out a mask for you made of wood. It is very simple, but it is basically just a pair of jagged eye holes, a wooden mask, and like a slightly pivoted forward chin. Perhaps something like this?
Do not say yes on my account. If it is not fitting to you, there are many others in stock. You will not hurt my pride.
Well,
Right now,
the only
free
thing
to
that
buy.
makes me hesitate is I have need to keep my pipe.
Then I have just the thing. I have just the thing then. Perhaps we should go older. There are two different ones in mind that I have. One that speaks of joy and one that speaks of sorrow. I would remind you that this is an outward appearance only, and that your mouth will be visible, which will tell the truth of things. I would think the one for sorrow would be more fitting. But I could be wrong. Here. How about this? And he will hold up a mask that is like incredibly pointily long-nosed and has the eyes like half saucers, kind of pouting. The mouth kind of ends just above your mustache line and kind of droops, like a man who is melting. And one moment, I will see if you like that, but I gotta pull it up real quick. There we go. Try that. If not, I have another idea that could work. Perhaps something a bit more old style. And he will pull out instead another mask that is 3 different faces fused together as if conjoined in the womb. The jaw wide open in like a pivoted square. All of these are carved out of wood. 3 faces all sharing 2 center eyes.
Yeah, I think
And still not these.
I think this one best fits. I like this last one.
Yeah? Only if you're sure.
Yeah,
Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 moment. You wish to smoke
Alright.
time. You are an ancient sort. You value the land. Of course. What am I thinking? 1 moment, please. And he will disappear behind the counter, rummage for a moment, and come back out. 1 moment. I know exactly what I'm trying to describe mentally, but I'm trying to find one like a visual image for you, James.
oh yeah, fair enough.
So what he's going to come back with is... I don't think it exists in reality, so I will... Oh, dude, that's dope as shit, though. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say... Ooh, these are both really good. Shit. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say that he comes back with a knotted, gnarled wooden mask. It is... It looks like strips of bark that have been all attached in kind of like a wave, kind of cascading down, with a hinged jaw that is... it kind of looks almost like... The jaw itself is like the visor of a knight's helmet has fallen down too far. This kind of looks like the Iron Giant in many ways, but
Ooh,
kind of this
okay.
dopey face made out of wood that kind of radiates this kind of like pleasantness that kind of is like a little bit of like drank just the right amount of mead, smoked just the right
Ooh.
amount type of like vibe to it, with this kind of calm
I like
kindness
that
made of
one.
wood to it. The mask, the jaw is removable if you'd like, but it should also move along with your jaw if it is fitted well.
All right, this one speaks to me.
The wood is lyre wood, which means that it's it's still technically alive. If you plant it in a place with lots of moss it will grow into a tree. So try not to leave it there for too long if you want to wear it on your face.
Actually, Aiden, like if Aiden's got the mask, he'll actually be like, "Don't worry, I'm going to take good care of you." He'll actually talk to it because I can, and it will understand me.
It'll kind of like purr in your ear.
Well, that was an interesting sensation.
Yes, I imagine it is.
Purring.
It must like you. I would recommend you not attach moss to your face and then attach it to the moss, or else.
Roots.
Yes, roots. I hear are most unpleasant inside of flesh.
I'll have to watch my beard as well, but I'm sure we can reach an accommodation.
There you are. And you, my friends. Just tell me where you would like to filigree added.
Well, you talk about showing your true self, and
Yes, who are you?
I am the person that does what is needed at the right time, whether it is to heal or guide along.
I see. Well, Doctor. Doctor, who might you be? On the inside, really. There are many versions of you, aren't there? Many different people have walked in your shoes. How many so far? 11, 12, 13?
No.
I guarantee, though, if you are a healer, if you are one who does these things, look inside of yourself, look inside of your heart and tell me, is it bigger on the inside?
I would like to think that. Kill me. Fucking kill me. Fucking kill me.
Next game.
It's true.
It's true. All right.
I am one of very little of my kind. I feel like I walk through time and space alone sometimes.
Ah, yes, you walk this lonely road. You're the only one that you have ever known, I imagine.
It is true.
Perhaps you will leave all of the blue days behind and go on to a new, brighter day of green, or perhaps something even more wonderful.
Well, I guess that's what happened when the dreamer wakes up when September ends.
Yes. The dread, it creeps through you like moss, like roots. You are unsure of yourself, yes. And he will go and he'll start working the gold inlay into your mask. And he'll come back with the mask that you want.
Sweet, which I will copy. I will copy that link.
Alright, copy that. Share it.
I'll share it.
The chat is just going on about Green Day songs now.
Yep.
Don't wanna be an Amazing idiot.
I was literally gonna say that, so, and then I saw that you typed that in the chat. I'm like,
I really wanted to jump in and be like, oh, that sounds like a great holiday.
I think it sounds like a shitty band, actually. God, I really don't like Green Day.
They're my favorite band. They're by far my favorite band, actually.
Good for you.
It's
Good
all
for
good.
you. Good life choices all around.
You killed me with the doctor
Who?
thing. Who?
All right. So he's going to outfit you with masks, and let me just do the math real quick. That is going to be okay. So cat's mask. Okay. Cool. He's going to write down a note onto the writ and copy it over to his own ledgers. Anybody with a perception score of 14 or higher can easily just glance at it. If you have a passive perception below 14 and just want to look, you can totally snoop.
I mean, as Muse grabs back, she's gonna look.
The grand total for the masks is 380 gold pieces.
Woo!
Oof.
Yeah.
Fair.
You guys got the fancy ones.
Yeah, we did.
With the most expensive one actually being Aeden's mask.
Oh.
Lyrewood is very expensive.
It deserves to be with someone who will care for it.
Yep. All right. So with that, he will gather your masks and say, "These should be able to guide you well in the times ahead. They will take care of you, and they will denote your station."
Perfect. Well, thank you.
Of course. If you ever need anything, just come back. Otto will be waiting for you here.
Any suggestions on where to go to get some clothes that'll...
Scarlet Shear down the road is quite nice. They are quick and they are very discreet. Meanwhile, across the way, Kisata Longfellow is another tailor. She is quite excellent. Specializes in skins primarily. Leathers, calf skins, reptile skins, things like that. A lot of corset work as well. Anything with bones.
Okay.
But you should have no problem with that.
Perfect.
They're both just down this cobble street way on the right as you exit.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Have a safe time out there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that, you exit into the city. The rain is loud, and as you step out, you can see ahead of you that there are several shops, their wooden signs swinging in the dimness of the afternoon. As you make your way down, a figure leans out from one of the alleyways. "Excuse me, sir. Ma'am?" It's a woman, a human from the looks of it, wearing a mask that looks like a series of music notes all crammed together in kind of like a purple lacquer. It's quite cheap looking. She's wearing a long blue cloak that is torn at the base, and in front of her she's wearing this like kind of like leather tunic with all these straps holding it together, including which there is this box that kind of folds down from her chest like an open suitcase. And in it, you see a number of vials laying like an old cigarette girl. She looks forward at you. Her lips are covered in cold sores. Her lips are broken and blistered and chapped against the weather, and you can see there are pox scars all along her jawline that make it look like she's kind of hiding a bit of a beard. Like it's quite extensive scarring. "Sir, ma'am, can I interest you in any medicines or tinctures? I've got plenty of the white here, just giving it away at discounts." "Of
got what you need.
Where did you get it from?
I procured it legally. I'm a licensed supplier, but help a girl out. I've got to move as much of this as I can, but my district for sale is actually down in the cracks. Ain't nobody down there has enough money to really pay for any of it. I see with your shiny mask that you're people of some stature. You should have no problem being able to purchase some of these. I'm just looking to get out of my investment.
Insight check. Does this in any way actually sound legitimate at all, or is she feeding us a line?
Go ahead.
Poisons?
Make me an insight check. You may detect poisons, yeah.
I would
Well,
like
there
to
we go.
detect
Natural 20.
poison.
Natural
There
20.
we
Okay,
go.
we're
Okay,
that-
what's
we're
your
that.
grand total?
27.
27. Okay. Yeah, I can't beat
Never
that.
mind.
Well, you can do detect poisons.
Well, we'll see what let's see what Aoden thinks it is first.
Okay. So, Aoden, you gather, looking her up and down, she is twitching slightly. She looks like she's either coming down off of something or is very nervous. Her eyes keep glancing around, watching the corners. And you'll see at this point that there are several people walking through the rain that are wearing those tricorn hats that you saw the Inquisitors wearing with long capes. You don't think she might... You think that she's very eager to unload this, but you aren't sure there's anything wrong with it.
Okay, then I'm definitely going to.
Well, he hasn't shared any of this information.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think we'd
May I
have to take
have-
a closer look at the wares.
I was gonna say, may I have a look? I am quite familiar.
Absolutely. If you like, you can have a sample. Even I wouldn't mind.
Now can I cast?
Yes, you may.
Yes, thank you.
Why'd you roll?
I got a. Oh, I don't know. I rolled because I like rolling things.
There. All right.
Make
So,
it-
looking
make it
over
harder
with
for
you
myself.
cast detect poison, and
Yes.
this appears to be the same substance as the other. Actually, you'll see different versions of it. So it looks like at her disposal she has the following. She has. Let me just switch to my page. I have so many notes, mostly just about this. She has 16 vials of medicine for sale.
Okay.
She has 7 cordials, which are the healing potions.
Okay.
Hold on. She has 3 tinctures, which are the ones
Those are
that...
the rest.
Those are the long rests, yeah.
Long rest. Okay.
She actually has 4 decoctions.
That's what gave me the weird eye.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And she actually has 3 Catholicons.
Oh, is it the Catholicon I took?
Yeah, you took the Catholicon.
Yeah, I took those.
Yeah, that's the ones that really changed us.
Yeah.
They're the really powerful ones. She has 3 of those, so she has
Yeah.
a total of 40 things in this case. 30 things?
No Catholicons for me, thank you.
I mean, it gave you a permanent plus 40 your intelligence.
I know, but I got a big eye in my head.
How much
Well, you
for
know,
the lot?
For the lot.
For the lot.
Yes.
At 500.
Now, Theron, for those kind of prices, we should probably make
Four-
sure the license is up to par.
Oh,
I'm sure one
yes.
of these Inquisitors can probably help with that.
400. 400 would be fine.
I mean, don't you think we should probably find an actual store?
It seems like we might be getting ripped off a little bit here.
I'm partial to actually going to a store.
They're going to take my thumbs if I don't sell them. Please, I'm at least 350 deep. At 300, I'll be breaking even.
Out of question,
Yeah,
out of character. Platinums are how many gold?
they're 10 gold.
10 gold, okay.
And I gave
So
you
we
how many?
have 100.
Yeah, so you have 1,000 gold.
Well, I thought I gave us 10
No,
platinum.
it was 10 platinum.
Yeah, it's 10 platinum.
Yeah.
Was it
We
10
have
platinum?
100 gold,
Yeah,
yeah.
so we have 100
platinum.
gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I did. Okay. How much gold do you all have on you in the first place?
No.
23.
23.
None.
None.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
clerics have 5
I
gold.
haven't checked.
I
I haven't checked my sheet, but I might have like 3 or 4 or something
Yeah,
like that.
clerics have 5 gold starting equipment.
Yeah, we haven't had
Okay.
any.
Yeah, we put it all in the kitty. Literally, it's with the kitty.
Oh, how much? What do you have?
Would you do exchange? I have a frog-shaped statue
What,
and a pair of very fine rosewood club things, and you'll actually pull out the pair of nunchucks.
Yeah, my son will probably like those. His name's Mikey. He's a nice kid.
Have 100 gold. I also have this stone of cleaning.
Yeah. I mean, I think that. Make me a persuasion check.
Alright. Persuasion, eh? Oh! Okay. Let me tell you, I had +1 to persuasion. I rolled a 19. That's gonna be a dirty 20.
If you have anything else to sweeten the pot, I can do it for the 100.
At this ever-burning torch.
If you could do that and part with one of your masks, I could do it. You're not going to find a deal like this with any shop vendor. They're going to charge you 10 times as much.
How about if I toss in, instead of the mask, a glass eyeball?
My dad's already got one of those, sir.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
You never
he
did
lost.
figure out how magical this thing was. Tuck it back in.
Oh, it's magical. The ever-burning torch would be nice. Anything else magical? I also...
I have the stone of, like, prestidigitation, basically. It's a cleaning stone.
Alright, that, the torch, the statue of the froggy, and the Chucky Nums. Yeah, that sounds fair, along with the coins. Yeah, you take it, and she'll, like, shut the lid on it, latch it, and just hand it over to you.
Throna also put in the 5, or Theron will also add his 5 gold
And,
as well.
There's also 4 injectors inside of the box. Sorry, not 5. I just had 4. Hopefully you've got something you can use it with.
I'm sure we can find some with the Contessa.
Yeah, with the. Yeah, do you have the coins?
Yes.
Oh, good, great.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Bye. And she's going to just kind of disappear into the alley as quickly as possible.
Well, that was a thing.
Hope these things are worth it.
So, I'm writing down the party loot. So 16 basics,
16, 7, 3, 4, 3.
7, 3, 4.
If we're going
3.
Catholicon, or pardon me,
Yeah.
cordial, tincture, decoction, Catholicon. Is this time to go into an alley and just shoot up this stuff as quickly as you can?
I mean, Theron is
are
really
we-
curious about the Catholicon. If no one else wants one, he wants.
No,
to
I've
try
had
that.
to.
Yeah, it'll
Thank
take
you.
everyone.
No. One is enough.
Theron is very intrigued by that.
But did she
go
even take
right
the rest of
ahead.
the stuff? Or did she just take the coin and run?
She took everything that you pro offered.
Okay.
All right.
I
So
believe that was a yoink.
yeah, that was a yoink. She rushed the hell out of there. Is anybody going to go into the alley and use one of these?
Yes.
Okay, so Theron.
We'll
Yeah,
watch
that's what I want
first.
to.
Okay, what are you taking? Catholicon, decoction.
Catholicon.
Oh,
Catholicon
God.
for me as well.
Okay, there is
Why not?
one left. Okay, Theron, do me a favor, roll me a d6.
Okay.
Might not feel it now, but you'll
3.
feel it in the morning.
Your constitution goes up by 4 permanently.
Oh, permanently?
Permanently.
Oh, I'm a 20, baby.
You also will gain retroactive hit points for previous levels. And
Oh,
I need
shit.
you to do me a favor, and I need you to even or odd, first of all.
Odd.
Okay, roll me d100.
Okay.
Ooh, these are rough.
59.
As you inject this, you feel your body become more hale and hardy. Choose a proficiency skill. You are no longer proficient in that skill.
Okay.
As
Performance.
you feel your body tighten, as your very bones begin to thicken, your skin hardens and becomes rougher. Every part of you becomes like slightly more angular and hard as you kind of absorb and weather against the elements around you. And that is what is going to occur with you. You are going to feel this intense headache and are going to lose a piece of your memory.
Hey, we look alike.
And Aiden, can you roll me a d6, please?
I got a 1.
Cool. Your strength is going to increase by 4.
Ooh.
What's your strength at?
Okay. That would take me to 22, but I think
Cool.
21's the limit, right?
22 works for this.
Okay.
22 is the limit for these alterations.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And can you tell me high or low?
I'll go with low, please.
All right. Roll me percentiles, please.
Percentiles, it shall be. I get 14.
Okay. Actually, you know what? This could be worse. I need you to roll me a d4.
Oh, I think it is a 1.
Perfect. Okay, so you are going to feel your strength surge as your muscles thicken, and your clothing actually is going to start to stretch and tear around you. But as you do, it's like at the end of a workout when you have your muscles pumped up as hard as they can. You feel like you just came off of an intense workout. You're going to have a shake to your hands. You are going to have a slight tremor. From here on in, please reduce your athletics, acrobatics, stealth, and sleight of hand by 2.
Ooh. Okay. So that was acrobatics.
Athletics, acrobatics, stealth, and sleight of hand. All of their rolls are reduced by 2.
So, sorry, acrobatics, athletics, and
Stealth and sleight of hand.
stealth and sleight of hand. Well, I'm not really using those.
You're not really... You got lucky. It could have been animal handling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that would have been.
That would have been more unfortunate.
Basically, you're just like surging with adrenaline. All right, is anybody taking anything else?
You know what? I'll take the last Catholicon.
Oh, do it, baby. Roll me a d6.
One of us.
I keep rolling the
One of
same damn thing.
3.
3. Okay, raise your constitution by 4 points.
Sweet.
And I need you to roll me D100, please.
That's the hard part.
46.
46. Ooh. Ooh, boy. Okay, one sec. Checking that real quick. And checking... Okay, you are going to feel your body become hardened as well. You're going to feel your muscles thicken. Your body is going to swell with power. And as this happens, do me a favor. Roll me a D4 or D. Roll me any even numbered dice. Or all even. What am I kidding? Tell me if you get even or odd.
Odd.
Okay. As you are glancing around, you are going to see things moving in the shadows. You see, out of the corner of your eye, that elven woman, that drow from your dreams, standing over your shoulder, laughing at you silently. Traz, anytime you are not in bright light, you have disadvantage on perception rolls.
Ooh.
Wait, when I'm not in bright light?
Shadows play tricks on you. Your mind is starting to reel as these shadows kind of undulate around you. Watch you move. You're not sure what they're going to do, but they're coming for you. Basically, you're permanently playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
Nice.
Opposite perception problem from Muse.
You just need to have like a nice medium light for both of you. All right, so you're out of Catholicons. There are still 4 decoctions if anybody wants to use them in the alley.
That's the safe ones, right?
None of them are safe.
Well, no, none of them are safe. No.
Those are the more minor alteration ones.
Those are the ones that can give you like feats and things.
Yeah,
Okay.
but not abilities.
Okay,
right?
I'll go with one of those.
Not abilities. They will not give you ability scores.
Okay, fine.
All right, so Cal, if so, you're going to go and go give yourself a poke in an alley. As you inject it into your skin, you're going to feel a tremor up your body. Can you do me a favor? Roll me percentiles.
Sure, why not? Why not? Because this is fine.
This is fine.
Fine. It's fine. Ah. 22.
Okay.
I hate
Oh
when you
boy.
say that.
Oh boy.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Oh boy. You are. I need you to roll me a d4. Tell me if you get even or odd.
Sure. Even.
Even. Okay. You feel it course through your veins, and you feel this shiver run up your spine. And all of this nervous worry that you have. Now, halflings are normally very, very hard-hearted. They're normally very resistant to fear. You stop caring at all. You feel like this little snapping sensation at the back of your mind. You are immune to fear effects. They simply do not work.
That's good or
Fear
bad.
does not work on you anymore.
Ooh. Okay.
You have transcended to the realm of the Kender. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And
Okay.
roll me d6.
Yes, I forgot about that part.
Yeah, I didn't.
2.
2? Okay. And you know what? Like a Kender, you are going to gain a compulsion.
Yeah. Okay. That's kind of Sherry's thing. Yeah.
Whenever you are in the presence of an item that can be pocketed, you will do so.
She's a fearless kleptomaniac.
And you won't even care about it. It's just,
No.
you're basically, you turn into a Kender. Oh, how did that end up in there? So yes, you now have a compulsion
Yep.
to steal. If you try to stop yourself, it will require a wisdom save.
Okay.
Anybody else?
I mean,
is a
I will take
terrible idea.
I'll take a decoction if no one else
Okay.
wants one.
Go for it.
Do it. Okay.
Because why
Give me
not?
percentiles.
Right? All right.
Some of the downsides can be really far down. Just warning you.
Okay, cool. 38.
38?
Yes.
Oh, balls.
Scared by that.
Yep.
Concern. Much
You are
concern.
going to inject
Mighty
it into your
concern.
veins, and as you do, you're going to feel your veins turn to fire. Looking down, you're going to see the blue of your veins begin to turn red. Your flesh is going to take on a reddish hue. Much like, say, like an Oni or a tiefling. In any form you are in, Dreamborn, you will now have red-tinged skin and red eyes.
Oh shit, okay.
This will not give you an advantage on intimidation, but will give you disadvantage on perception or on on persuasion
Okay.
because you're freaky looking.
Yep.
However, you know for a fact something as this instinctive memory rolls up inside of you that your blood is nourishing. Anyone who feeds on your blood, you realize that you may heal others with your blood.
Oh, wow.
You may spend your hit dice to heal other people if they drink your blood.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Damn.
So well, that will just affect my hit dice, not my actual hit points.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, basically what'll happen is it'll be like a blood hunter. You'll roll your hit dice. You'll lose that many hit points from bleeding.
Yeah.
And then they
will
will
get
roll.
that.
They'll get whatever they roll. Plus their
okay.
con. They can actually gain more than you.
Okay, cool. Blood healing properties. That is kind of ironic, you know.
I know,
or fits
right?
Well.
Yeah, it's blood flows freely from you. That's why I thought it was great. Okay, there are 2 decoctions left. Anybody else? As you all sit at an alley,
I don't.
Yeah, sure, why not? If we're
Okay.
all shooting up stuff,
we're all
let's
shooting
just
up in
be
an alley.
monsters.
Let's do it together. All right, Aiden, give me a D100.
I left Surrey
D100.
because of this stuff.
I got 31.
31. Okay. That one cannot apply to you. You're too big.
Okay.
However, I can just divide that in half. Oh.
Meanwhile, Muse is out. Like, Muse is not in the alleyway with you and looks very uncomfortable about this entire thing.
Aiden,
Yeah,
you are going
reasonable.
to feel as you shoot the decoction into yourself, are going to feel this kind of tremor through your body. You have gained a form of masochism. You are not comfortable if you are not actively in pain. And will suffer disadvantage on all rolls if you are at full hit points. However, whenever you suffer a critical hit,
All right.
you gain the relevant attribute that struck you back as spell levels.
Oh,
If someone gives you a critical hit and shoots you with a bow for a critical hit,
Okay.
and they have a +4 dex, you gain 4 levels of spell slots back.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, your call. What you pick, what you get back too.
Amazing.
Oh,
That's fucking amazing.
Now, mind you, 1 hit
I
point
don't
is
know
enough
if
to
that's
not suffer the disadvantage,
terrible or
but you always have to be thumbing a wound type of thing.
oh, yep. Nope. I can do that.
You can prick yourself on a knife. It's not hard.
Or like burn. He has his pipe. He could just burn himself.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you have 1 more of these left.
No. No.
Not tempting fate with more.
Anything? Anyone? One more?
I mean, I'll do another one.
All right, Theron,
Yeah,
do
it's
it.
either you or me.
Oh my god.
Roll D100.
Oh. That is going to be a 98.
98. Okay, so 98
You
turns
are
into what does that turn into? 40.
49?
No, 40. Yeah, 49.
Yeah, 49.
49.
Okay. One moment. I need the PHB.
Uh-oh.
For reasons. I love that this turned into a shopping episode.
It did. We were talking on break. I think you were gone. Still, we're like, there's no way this is actually a shopping episode. Kelly has something up his sleeve that.
We got plenty up our sleeves now.
Oh yeah,
you have
yeah. sleeves.
Robin. You gain the resilient feat.
Okay.
Choose one ability score that is not maxed out at 22 if it has been raised such by magic. Increase that by 1. You also gain saving throw proficiency in that ability.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
By 1. Okay, I'll
You
I'll
could
put
actually
my
have
charis-
intelligence.
but that won't. Well, actually, no. If I go up to 7, will that put me in -1?
No, that's still -2.
Oh, okay. Shit. All right. Then I'll do charisma and bring that up to a 14 to get +2.
Cool. That'll give you +2, and you have charisma saving throw proficiency now.
Sweet.
Okay. However, ooh, how hard to do this?
Oh, I already have charisma saving throw proficiency. Oh well.
Then pick a different ability.
Yeah. I'll do that.
All right, and roll me a d6 while you're there.
I'll roll you a d6 while I'm there. Alrighty. I'll do dex.
Yeah, cleric with dex save is what you want, really.
I should put in save, shouldn't I? I should put it on int.
5,
put it-
4,
Yeah,
3.
I'm doing it on int.
Cool.
On int.
Yeah, the saving throw is what's going to help you. Roll me a
Yeah.
d6. Tell me what you get.
Yes. 2.
Okay. That is going to be... Where's the frickin' page?
Guys, my int is 7 now.
You're so smart.
I'm so smart. This
Good
is why
job.
Theron is doing this.
Mine's 21.
I now have 3
I know,
scores
but
over
now I have a
20.
stupid big eye.
Oh,
You have 3
That's
scores over
ridiculous.
20? That's
that's
insane.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Strength, con, and wisdom.
So
My strength
Damn.
is 3.
There was no saving that.
That saved me.
that was poor Muse.
It's true.
Okay, so this is going to be... One moment. There we go. Oh boy. Roll me D100.
Oh boy. 62.
Okay, so as you take that, you are going to feel yourself... Oh, honestly, that's not terrible for what it could be. You are going to feel a cloud form behind your eyes. You are now nearsighted.
Oh, okay.
You suffer a -2 on all perception checks. Oh, pardon me. This is the thing I'm using is designed for Pathfinder. You suffer disadvantage on any perception, this like sight-based thing made for beyond 30 feet.
Okay. Dispercept
You're nearsighted.
30+ feet. Cool.
So my eyes in real life.
Yeah, my eyes in real life. Most of our eyes in real life.
I'm farsighted, so a little different.
All right. So with that, you are out of decoctions. You're just onto tinctures, which don't require these charts. All right.
Let's not
And with
take
that,
anything
everyone
else.
do me a favor. Who took 1 Catholicon? Who took 2? Okay, great. If you took, basically, if you took, I need everyone who took one of these to make me a Constitution save. If you took more than one injection at a time, decoction or Catholicon, I need you to make this with disadvantage.
Oof, okay.
Okay.
We have no inspiration in this game, right?
You do not, because it's a horror game.
Yeah, I figured. I just thought I might. Oh, and no one's bought me determination or desperation.
Nobody's bought
No
us
one
nothing.
has- no.
I'm the only one that has desperation.
Oh,
As you-
balls. I rolled a 19 and a nat 1.
Okay.
Ooh,
I
ouch.
am at-
15.
15?
I've got 23 even with disadvantage.
Okay, so you are okay. And Robin, I need you to do me a favor. Roll me another D100.
Oh, no. I couldn't
I
even
told
use
you
my
guys
new
not to take
con
those.
bonus. I couldn't even use my new con bonus.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
Nope, come on.
91.
Perfect. You are going to take a step out of the alley, going and preparing to step out and go put on your outfits. Go get yourself ready to meet the Contessa. And as you do, you are going to get a splitting headache. Theron, someone just bought you just desperation.
Cool.
So as
Didn't
you
help for
stumble
that
out,
one.
you are going to get a splitting headache, and you are going to have these long, shocking veins rise out of your flesh from your forehead, and you are going to feel your skull begin to bulge as your skull stretches an extra inch. You all are going to hear this horrible, like, grinding noise as Theron's skull elongates slowly an extra inch.
You have
Theron.
a 5 head now?
Yeah, you have definitely a long forehead. Theron, you are... what do you think right now?
Oh, I think.
Yeah. What are you thinking as this happens? It hurts.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Because everyone else is hearing it.
Kind of. Oh God, what have I done?
You all
no
will
more
hear Theron's
inside
voice go. Well, all you have is the inside voice. Theron, you have unwilling telepathy to anyone within 30 feet of you.
Oh my god.
Oh God! Oh God!
Your
We're
brain
going
now
to
is a
the
broadcast
Contessa.
antenna.
We're going to speak with the contestant. Theron won't be able to. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! That's what Theron's saying now, I guess. So, oh fuck.
Also, draw
He
some
knows it.
veins on your head for next game.
I will do that. I will
These
do
are going
that.
to be these
Yes,
are
what
these are going to
color?
override
I
your
set
normal
my
form
face.
shifting.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
All right. With that, you go and what do you do?
We still need clothes.
Are we quite done in the alley?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Can we leave?
Yep. That's
Oh yes,
Please?
Miss High and Mighty from last time who took her who shot up last time, but now is not wanting to do that. Oh,
Realize we
bad.
can hear
Can you mutter
right?
quieter, please?
Damn it! Fuck! Oh, damn it! I can't.
Thank you, Theron. Circumstances are a little different.
You head inside of the shop, and how are you all choosing to be dressed? What kind of clothes are you buying?
Muse is probably gonna go in a long corseted ball gown.
Okay. Sounds good.
It'll probably match the mask, actually. A lot of black gold with a bit of pink accents in it as well.
Okay.
I didn't think to find a picture of it.
That's okay. You don't need to. Just so. And what's everybody else thinking?
Theron will probably just try and see if they have more kind of white cleric vestments at all, like any sort of.
Yeah. No, they absolutely can deck you out with whatever you'd like.
Cool.
However, as you are sliding into this outfit, you are going to feel your blood pulse one more time. Can you roll me a d4, please?
Oh no!
You botched. That means you get 2. Sorry.
I know. Why did I have to roll that nat one?
So good.
1.
Okay. Sounds good. As you are doing that, you are going to slide through, and there is going to be a horrible crunching noise as you slide your left arm through. And your arm is going to shudder and wither in front of you, curling up, these long claws forming, almost like you have like a bird's leg for your left arm.
Huh.
It is like a hawk's foot, like the way that it's almost got that like slightly almost reptilian plating along it.
Yeah.
It's like the aviary plating, but kind of ends in this kind of like gnarled. You have a T-Rex arm.
Is it that short?
It's not quite that short. It can still hold a
Okay.
shield, but
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was like, I'm
Just
like,
be
oh
holding
shit,
it really
did I just lose-
close.
yes, it can hold a shield, but that's basically it.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry,
Cool.
left arm.
Cool. Awesome.
Unless you're
you
left-handed,
gotta-
in which case, oop.
So you got a big head and little arms.
Just trying to doing what the hat says. I'm just trying my best. All right, and Aiden, Sherry, what are you dressing up like? Ziel, what are y'all dressing like?
Sherry
You'll probably. Oh, go
doesn't
ahead.
know what to wear, so she'll just ask the clerk to help pick something nice.
Of course,
Respectable.
very happy to help you.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see.
Something suitable
Uh,
for the Contessa.
the clerk will dress you in something that's kind of a little bouncy, a little like multi-layered, a little frilled, with a puffy collar.
Okay,
It's actually quite cute.
okay, I like it.
You would probably want something
Perfect.
military-like.
Absolutely,
Like
they'll
dress
give
uniform?
you a nice dress uniform, basically lieutenant garb. Lots of leather. Lots of buckles. All right, and Aiden.
Aiden will probably keep to something simple. Like he's already looking kind of like the natural sort. He doesn't need to. He'll stand out more by having something that's plainer and more rugged. So probably just a repaired tunic. Maybe like a bear fur cloak or something like that.
Oh yeah, they could definitely do that. Big ass bear
Yep.
fur cloak. All right, all of that will be fine, and with that, you will manage to come out just as the rain is letting up. Your carriage driver is waiting outside, wondering what's been taking you so long, but happily lets you back in.
But he probably thinks I'm a freak.
Welcome back.
He's not wrong.
And by the
Whoa.
way, the telepathy is one way. It's only broadcast.
I figured. Yeah,
It's not convenient.
Theron's. No, I know.
Yeah.
No, Theron's just doesn't have a filter, basically.
Yep. And with that, you head back up toward the castle. The carriage carries you up, up, up into Espoir. And there, at its peak, you are brought through the front gate. You've been gone several hours now, and the sun is beginning to set behind the horizon. A flock of ravens takes to the sky, chasing away some of the bats that are beginning to waken along the countryside. The castle looms like a needle overhead, like the one that you spent the afternoon injected into your veins. The carriage comes to a halt. Well, lords and ladies, I am happy to present you.
Very well. Yes.
He takes you through the front entryway. After a moment, Amakier, the butler, is standing there. She looks you over once, manages to keep her composure. I'm happy to take you. Please follow me. She leads you down a series of long corridors, progressively deeper into the castle. Chandeliers are being lit, both alchemically and by members of the household who go around with long torches on the edge of these prod sticks. You enter an immense room. The floor is a checkerboard print of red and black squares, diamonds that fill your entire vision. Above you, you see that this is where a stairwell hugs the wall, winding up, up, up into the central spire. And as you approach, they step back and allow you to progress. Above you, you can hear the sound of footfalls. The simple pacing of hard-soled shoes echoes down at you. And then around the corner, some 100 feet up, at a 45-degree angle, you see her. Dressed in a long red dress that trails behind her as she walks. Her skin is milk white. Her hair is platinum blonde, trailing deep and low, almost as low as the train of her dress. A braid is pulled from the side, just above her long elven ears, and weighs heavy at the base of her skull. Even from the lower levels, you can see that her makeup is, well, simple. A soft blue around the eyes, a bright red along the lips, and a simple bit of kohl along the eyelid. She wears tall, heeled shoes that wrap up around her calves and disappear into her dress line. And as she rounds the corner, the butler behind you says, "Lords and ladies, I present you to our Lord, our Lady, our Regent, and our Savior, Contessa Islana Istradi." The Contessa looks down at you. Appraises each of you with piercing blue eyes. And then the curve of those red lips pushes up along beautiful cheeks. Welcome. I've been expecting you. And I think that's where we're going to call game for the night. All right, so folks, that is it for tonight's episode of Dirge for Exalar. Boom, boom, boom.
Oof. She gonna eat us. She gonna eat us all.
Nah, just you.
Okay,
But it's gonna be sexy.
because I'm a snack.
She gonna eat us, but Kelly knows my type.
It's really true.
Yeah.
Got me all weak at the knees.
And not just
I've had
because
this
you have
look
no
the
strength.
entire time. It's like in my mind, she looks like there's a very specific character that she's like a fusion of, and it's from this anime that most of you haven't seen called Memories.
Okay.
It's like there's a character from that, and it's mixed with I can't remember the exact character for face and look. The quickest is to say Carmella from Castlevania.
Oh, okay.
The blonde bitch. But it's a different character that I'm thinking of. But that's like, I was trying to Google who the hell I was trying to remember for the blonde, white-haired look. And it's Carmilla, right, is who I'm thinking of. The description of the person was, I'll say nice. I hope it was nice. She sounds and is so hot. I think she's hot, too. I think she's sexy.
So, like, what is her charisma score?
20?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
29? I don't know. 69, dude!
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, she's very nice. You think she's nice. All right, so folks, that's going to be it. As in theory, we have one more game. Who knows? We would have to work something out because Tuesdays are busy.
I was gonna say we don't know when that would happen.
But we'll figure something out no matter what. Don't
Yeah.
worry. So next game is going to be... I didn't expect as much shopping or injecting.
Giving up.
But that just... Honestly, but the thing...
y'all just
Here's the
wanted to take
thing.
it
And
all.
like, we were talking about Critical Role earlier.
Right.
But people are always like... The thing about Critical Role that like really sums up D&D is the shopping episodes that take like 4 hours of them just talking to shopkeepers.
I mean,
Everyone low-key wants that shopping ASMR and they don't want to admit it. They just want the attention. Like, people want personalized attention. Who does not want to be, like, fawned over?
I adore shopping episodes.
Yeah, those are some of my favorites.
The other reason that I really like shopping episodes as well is because, like, obviously, while I really like combat, I think it's a lot of fun. Shopping episodes breed RP.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, you get to actually interact with, you know, like your characters on like a more casual, like how
Wait,
they
you're
would be
not
on a
trying
day-to-day
to-
basis.
We're not trying to like do something where we're about to go into RP that's probably pretty heavy for like politically charged RP.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're doing RP as much more of like you're just who your character just would more naturally be. That's where I really like shopping episodes. I think it's just a very natural RP.
I agree. It's a lot of fun, too.
It is.
So, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I already thanked my patrons during the break, but once again, thank you for all of you folks who are over at patreon.com/dorktales. Thank you for everybody who followed us tonight. I'd love it if we could get 2 more follows, because then our Twitch score will round up to 3,100. And that would be fantastic. That would be really lovely. And folks, be sure to come back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Pacific for Vampire the Requiem is finally back here on twitch.tv/dorktales. I love you all, I guess is what I'm saying. And I love playing this game with you. I'm really looking forward to... I was actually thinking, you mentioned politics earlier. I'm really thinking that running a political game might be fun.
That option came up in the poll, and I'm just like, ooh, political intrigue? Yes, please.
I have the Game of Thrones like role-playing game over there. It's rough. I ran it
any
once.
kind of political setting. I mean, it doesn't have to be Game of Thrones, but you can throw it into kind of any setting, and I'm interested. So yeah.
It could be good. You'd have to take copious notes, and that's the problem. We'd have to figure out a nice way to do it.
Good at that, though. Yeah.
Yeah. But I've also got one where you're high school students coming up potentially, so I'll let you know.
Ooh, high school political. The battle
Oh
for...
man, that's too dangerous. That's too no. It's too scary.
Yeah.
It's too scary. That's just
Yeah,
vampire.
yeah, I wouldn't
That's just
go for
Vampire the Masquerade. Vampire, like, seriously, that's a vampire LARP. That's why I stopped vampire LARPing, because I was like, you know what? I got through high school once.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Once is
just so
enough.
mean
You
in
cannot
vampire
pay
LARPs.
me to go back.
High school never ends.
Uh-oh. And with that, I think we're going to call out there. So, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to Dork Tales and for the Dirge for Exalar. We'll be back next Tuesday for the finale, probably. Probably the finale. Probably. We'll see. Love you all very much. We'll see you in the next one. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Don't inject anything weird you buy off the street. Jesus, don't do
just
it.
don't buy stuff off
Just
the
don't
street.
do
Just
it.
don't
Don't
buy
do
stuff
it.
off the
What?
street.
Like, go to a farmer's
you don't
market.
know what's in it. That's not buying it off the street. Farmers markets are different.
I mean, it's
A
just
little bit.
it's just a farmer's market. Sorry, I was just typing something. It's just a farmer market that you know, you know.
Pharmaceutical market.
It's yeah, thank you. It's artisanal injections.